Kirbyville, the kickoff specialist, drives it into the end zone. So here comes Talon Green. At Boise State, he had a really good career. Played in 2 Mountain West Conference championship games. Lost the first, won the second one. Bobby Petrino, instrumental in getting him to come to Arkansas. Of course, one of the quarterback whisperers has been working with him closely. He's had some great moments. Straight line speed, he is electric. But he's also had some moments where he's put his team in a tough position.
Well, I think anytime you have that ability to create, sometimes it can backfire on you, and it's about really learning. He's in a new conference, better defenses, faster defenses, and he's just having to adjust as he goes along.
Straight back to throw, gets it to LaQuindon Jackson, the workhorse of the running game, and the tough transfer from Utah gets ahead. That's a nice chunk on first down, about 7.
Yeah, LaQuindon Jackson, a transfer over from Utah, is one of our obvious impact players, along with Andrew Armstrong, who they want to get the ball to, especially downfield. He's their leading receiver. Keenan Peely, what a great player he is. We saw him the last couple times we've had the balls in the middle of that defense, and I think the corners were a question. Jermon McCoy has really stepped up this year as a young player, transfer him over from Oregon State. They leave their corners on islands, and they got to hold up tonight. There they are right now.
Green making adjustments. It's an option look. He'll keep it, and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. James Pierce, the edge rusher, stayed at home and made a tackle. Third down coming up now. Offensive line for the Hogs has been a problem area. Addison Nichols is a transfer from Tennessee. It's a lot to handle, those big Volunteers in the middle, and you got Pierce coming off the edge.
Yeah, think of that. Think of what 63 is dealing with. He knows all these guys. He's practiced with them in spring ball and camp, knows them very well, but as you said, he needs help tonight with the enforcements around him.
It's been a nightmare trying to convert on third down against this Tennessee defense. Opponents had 9 for 53. Joshua Joseph's on the tackle there, and it's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, as you said, that is a tough thing to do. There's a lot of movement with Tennessee, but just a lot of big bodies. Scouting report on Tennessee is their defensive line is as good as there is in college football. Not just a starting 4, but they've got 8 to 10 guys they rotate to stay fresh. And they set the tone, kind of really just the tip of the spear for this defense.
Jackson picks his way, tries to get to the edge, drop behind the line, and it is a shocking result in Nashville as Vanderbilt knocks off Alabama. They had lost 60 consecutive against top 5 teams, hadn't beaten Alabama in 40 years. It just goes to show you, Tide are riding high a week ago, but right down to earth tonight.
Yeah, it's amazing. Congratulations to Vandy. Clark Lee doing a really good job of building that program up, as we know in the SEC how tough that can be. That's a landmark win.
Jackson gets around the edge for about 4 yards. That leaves just Tennessee and Texas now as undefeated teams in the SEC. Alabama joining Missouri. First loss today.
Yeah, and Alabama, you know, we talked about that this morning on College Game Day. You have an emotional game a week ago. You got Tennessee on the horizon, and you're thinking, oh, Vandy, no problem, and it comes back to get you.
Playing with tempo on 3rd and 9, right down the seam. The catch is made by Isaac Satania, and the Hogs threatening early here.
Chris, you're right about the tempo, because look at right here. That sums it up right there. Trying to make sure they're on the right page defensively. Nobody covers the middle of the field, and it's open, and a great throw.
23-yard chunk play on 3rd and long. And James Pierce was slow to get up for Tennessee. It looks like he's going to be able to walk to the sidelines. But, yeah, tempo, not something you always associate with Arkansas, but they use it tactically there very well.
Yeah, perfect time to do that. And, you know, I think when you see the alpha of the defense, Peely looking over, hands straight up in the air, trying to understand, and the ball snapped, gives you a really good idea how the impact or the tempo potentially impacts the defense. And give the quarterback Green a lot of credit. That seam route opened wide up with the safety split, and he made a great throw.
Tennessee fans often complain that defensive players on the opposing team kind of fall down to slow the tempo down. It was Arkansas fans booing. Pierce is up and looks to be okay. But a promising start for the Razorback offense.
You know, one of the things great about a throw like that for a quarterback, all the nerves go away. He can just settle into the game now and just worry about executing.
High formation. Braylon Russell, the powerful true freshman, 253-pound back, lined up behind the fullback, takes the pitch, old-fashioned toss sweep, and they churn out for about 4 yards before Peely makes the stop. Well, you got Bobby Petrino, of course, head coach here, back calling the plays for Sam Pittman, really enjoying it. And Tim Banks, we talked about the D coordinator for the Vols coming down from Penn State.
Yeah, that's a really good matchup, you know, of great minds in this game. And right now, Bobby Petrino has this defense adjusting on the fly, doing a really good job of mixing up these looks and being aggressive.
On second down, Green from the pocket delivers and a crossing route, and the catch is made. And it's Luke Haas, the tight end, who's not 100% healthy. They're just hoping he can give him 10 or 15 snaps tonight. That was a good one.
Yeah, it really was. A mesh route right here. Haas is here and eventually works his way across. And I think the defense right here gets confused. Look at the two linebackers. One stayed in man coverage, the other one playing zone, and nobody picks up Haas.
Gritting through some pain, playing with a back injury. He and Ty Washington also kind of play hurt tonight. Very thin at tight end in terms of guys who are 100% healthy. First down handoff. It's Rashad Dubinion already rotating backs a lot here. It's a 5'10" junior, only his 4th carry of the season.
Very impressive to see the center Nichols pulling around. I tell you, Taylor Green right now, I think he's doing a really good job of just staying within the offense. You know, he's distributing the ball. His instincts, if a receiver's not there, to take off. We've seen that all year this year. They've been trying to coach him to, hey, just trust it. Go when you have to go.
Green keeps it. Spins, but is brought down right at the line of scrimmage there by Joshua Josephs, who's jumped in with Pierce out of the ball game at the moment.
Yeah, and really good play. And Tim Banks telling us this week that he's played well. This is actually a read. Imagine trying to make this read right here. He looks like he's coming down, which means you pull it. Well, watch the play that he makes. Comes off to the back and still gets outside to make the play. He's known as a pass rusher, but with that length, he's gotten stronger. He's become a very, very good run defender as well.
You need 2. The Hogs have converted both of their 3rd down tries on this opening drive. 2 tight ends in the game. Jackson back at tailback. And a pre-snap whistle and a timeout taken by Arkansas. Play clock winding down. This is exactly what he hoped his offense would do. This offensive line has been in battle. They've gone against some tough fronts in A&M and Auburn, now facing strength on strength here in this opening possession. Hawks have been a really good 3rd down defense. Offense, I should say. Tennessee's been an outstanding 3rd down defense.
Well, it's a big 3rd down for this Arkansas offense. Anytime you want to pull off an upset, you need to finish off drives. You can't settle for field goals. You need touchdowns down here.
Got the bruising freshman Russell in the backfield. High snap. Green on the keeper. Slow developing play. Just uses some strength to get a couple yards. Arian Carter got him down. It's going to be 4th and about a half yard.
Yeah, too slow developing against the speed of this defense. Nice job in the outside, just containing that turn time, turn that back to the inside and let the rest of the flow of the defense keep him short. Really good speed. Nice job setting the edge.
Ball by Petrino would suggest they were going to go for it.
It's
they
tough.
Come up short.
Chris, it's tough work to go in between the tackles. But that's probably either that or you got to try to go play action and get him on the corner.
2-back look. Russell and Jackson in the game. And they hand it off inside, and boom! Big 253-pounder. Get out of the way, umpire. Hogs 1st and goal.
How about the motion affects the eyes of the linebackers? Watch him go in motion. Watch how the linebackers, with all this power, they're thinking this play's going to go to the right. Instead, it comes back the other way. That double team opened up perfectly.
Crank the tempo and hand it off on 1st and goal to Russell. Not sure how much Tennessee expected this. They see a lot of it, of course, in practice against their own offense.
Yeah, and they think this guy's going to be a superstar. I mean, keep in mind when you watch him, this guy, if my numbers are right, you help me, 253?
253.
6'1", 253 as a back. That's a handful, and by being able to rotate guys, it helps you try to wear down that powerful and talented Tennessee front. 14th play of the drive coming up right here, 7:30 off the clock.
Can Arkansas become the first team to take a lead over Tennessee all season long? They haven't trailed for a second. Jackson, Sutter step, reaches for the goal line. They're going to spot him just short. The linesman came in and said, no, did not break the plane before he went down.
Look at the effort here. Tennessee hasn't stopped at the 5. He runs through Peely, who's one of the more, he's down right there. But the physicality of this game early, and they're going to go fast here, but he was definitely down.
3rd and goal now.
That's how tight this fullback is for a quick dive.
And now flags. They've been so disciplined, so executing this well in this first drive. This is the 15th play of it.
Movement on the right side.
Until now.
False start. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
He's a 5th-year senior, Joshua Bryan. So a much more challenging 3rd down play here now, Kirk.
Yeah, like you said, it was. It's been a pretty flawless drive, and you know, it looked like they had a potential to just power that football in with that effort by Jackson, and now they get pushed back, give Tennessee a little bit more room to see if they change up their calls. 3rd down.
You think if Pittman is thinking 2 plays to score from this position? On the edge, screen, a low throw. Jordan Anthony went down and got it, but the low throw cost them a touchdown, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, they set up a screen to be able to get him out to the corner, and Anthony was out there, out in front. If the football is thrown on the money, it's a touchdown. They used the motion here. He's able to get out in the flat, but there's the kind of the screen, and look how open he is. He just short-armed that. When you see a quarterback short-arm that, he's trying to aim the football and trying to be perfect instead of just letting it rip.
Kyle Ramsey out for the chip shot. Pittman showing a lot of respect for this Tennessee defense. Kept the ball almost 9 minutes and jump on top. So Tennessee behind on the scoreboard for the first time.
Yeah, 15 plays. That's the best defense maybe tonight.
Last ball game, an emotional homecoming win for Josh Heupel at Oklahoma.
Coming back to normal was never about me. I appreciate you all having a little extra for me.
Hey, we did that for you, Coach. I did game ball for you.
And it's a sign of Josh Heupel. He didn't put on display often. He was emotional there. He lost his mom in the spring to go back to his home state and got it out. And Nico Iamalealovic just turned 20 last month. He shows the maturity, the humanity to know that that was a special moment for the head coach.
Those are 2 things that stood out to me. Josh Heupel opening up and being vulnerable in front of his team, and then the young quarterback handing him the game ball. A really cool moment.
Devin Bale, as the punter, also handles the kickoff duty, and he handles it out of the end zone. So here is Nico in Long Beach, California. Impressive numbers. Doesn't yet have 250 yards passing in a single game, but obviously he's made a huge impact as a runner. He can take it the distance from anywhere on the field with his legs.
Yeah, and I think the thing that stands out is the poise that he plays with in this kind of environment for a young quarterback. And what's great is, as good as he's played, he really still hasn't played a complete game. And I know he's challenging himself to put four quarters together, just really scratching the surface.
Mental makeup is really what separates him from other quarterbacks his age. Looking to throw on the first play. Takes a peek downfield and fires it along the sidelines. And the catch is made by Dante Thornton, transfer from Oregon. Flag down. Picked up 15 on the gain as we see the impact players.
Yeah, Sampson running the football. Put Cooper Mays up there, the leader at the center up front with the young quarterback on the road. Landon Jackson on the other side in 10. Sorry.
Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Andre Karich, the left guard, spotted by Kyle Olson and this SEC crew.
Yeah, he was 5-6 yards downfield. Good call on the backside by the official. By the way, how about the laser there for his first throw? See him back here. Just kind of gets downfield.
instead of picking up 15, it's 1st and 15, and a handoff inside to Dylan Sampson, who's emerged as a feature back, but met very quickly and knocked down by Jaden Johnson. Razorback defender on the field, and that's the guy you don't want to see down if you're an Arkansas fan. That's Landon Jackson, the elite defensive end. Really a complete player. He can come up and run support. He can play in coverage, and he's very, very good at getting after the passer, pointing to his hip there.
Yeah, it was late. A player rolled into him, which is always your fear of any player in the trenches when another player comes in with a lot of speed. I think it was big Tennessee offensive lineman. I think it was Cooper Mays.
Landon Jackson, I'm jogging, got on the bicycle a short time after that. His leg got twisted up. Watch the right leg here. Doesn't look real good right there on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, it was big Cooper Mays.
He's a difference maker. Potential game wrecker and a leader, a big voice on that defense.
Davier comes in for him on the defense's right side.
2nd and 11. And a flinch on the left side of the Tennessee offensive line. Is it me, or have we seen more of these so far this season than we're used to seeing?
Yeah, and it's been a lot. The reason I think is you see these defensive linemen bouncing around, especially when you're on the road. As an offensive lineman, look, Arkansas group moves right away. Remember, Lance Hurd was out, frustrated with himself there. He's out. Good to see him back in the lineup. Sets Tennessee back another 5 yards. Few mistakes by the big boys up front here on his first drive.
There's so much stemming in this conference. 3 guys move. They do it again. That time, no flinch. 2nd and 16. Off the play fake. Pitch to the edge. And the catch is made. Squirrel White knocked down after a short gain. Stephen Dix and TJ Metcalf combined going to be 3rd down and long now.
Yeah, Travis Williams, defensive coordinator from Arkansas, has these guys flying and locked in. You get Tennessee behind the sticks. You're playing on your terms as a defensive coordinator. Big man Landon Jackson back in the lineup on that offense is left side. Defense is right at the top of your screen on the edge. But again, that's the key against Tennessee. They get first downs. They crank that tempo. You get them behind the sticks. It's a totally different game defending them.
Need 12 to keep this drive going. Hogs rush 4. Nico flush to the right, cuts it back, and runs right into traffic, and he'll be slammed down for a sack. Man, he escaped the pocket really quickly and ran into big 320-pound Eric Gregory.
On the right side here, watch the movement. Good spin move here against John Campbell. Right there, able to spin around. That is Davier with that quickness. I think the coverage downfield, just nowhere to go with the football. And I think the penalties by the offensive line, getting them behind the sticks, really catching up and costing the balls on the opening drive.
So the ball is quickly punted away after Arkansas went on that marathon march to start the game. Jackson Ross, Aussie punter, drills a line drive, and Satania makes the fair catch at the 29.
Yeah, Arkansas last time they had the football first time, the biggest thing they did is they mixed the looks up. They kept Tennessee a little bit off balance. 3rd and 9, they went tempo here. Tennessee not quite set up, able to find that vacancy behind the linebackers in front of the safeties. Good job of mixing up formations, different looks. They went power. Here's 4th and 1. Nice job of being able to pick that up by Russell. Looked like they had a shot to score when Jackson came close, but a penalty set them back. They end up settling for a field goal. 4 completions to 4 different receivers on that first drive. Green played with pretty good poise there to start this game.
Yeah, Kirk, they involved receiver, a back, and a tight end in that passing game. It was a first down throw again as he retreats and flips it over the middle, and coming back to catch the ball is Andrew Armstrong. Texas A&M Commerce transfer. The guy's number 2 in the SEC in receptions per game coming in.
Turntine right here flies down, and the backside opens up. Watch this levels concept. See the safety coming down, concerned about the running game. Uh-oh, nobody's on the backside. Good time to call that by Bobby Petrino. 1st and 10, play action.
13 yards in the connection to Armstrong. He's the guy that really demands attention of the defense. Handoff inside. Oh, excuse me, he faked me out. I thought Jackson had the football, but the Tennessee Volunteers defense not fooled, and Green is crunched by Jason Jenkins.
He misreads this, Chris. Again, trying to guess a little bit on these zone reads. He's looking down, trying to make the right read. Initially, he felt he collapsed down. He ends up collapsing, making it very tough. And then he comes out on the quarterback.
Lose 4 in the first down run, and now Green zips it across the middle. A crossing route. Complete again to Armstrong, who slips through defenders and has a first down in Tennessee territory. They pick up 19 more.
For the yards after the catch, really getting Tennessee. Nice job of getting upfield. Tennessee playing a match zone, meaning two guys are kind of, depending on where the receiver is, they'll man him up. He came off the corner. The safety was late. He was open. 6-6 now.
Jackson tripped up. We asked Taylor Green, which receiver do you really have a connection with? And he answered in 1 second, Armstrong. Andrew Armstrong.
Yep. Did not hesitate. Pretty evident in the numbers when you look. Armstrong's had a great start to this year coming into tonight. 29 receptions on the year. Already busy.
Missed the opener. He was injured in camp, but has come back strong. Green launching and trying to get it to the back shoulder. Looking for a flag there was Tyrone Broden. Did not get one. Jermon McCoy, the corner there, has had an excellent season so far.
Put that where he could make the play there in the backside of the shoulder. This is a ball that he can catch. Middle safety. You got one-on-one. Pretty tight coverage. He never really locates the football. The defender there, McCoy, you can see that ball bounces off his hands. That's thrown perfectly where he needs to try to make that catch and come down with it inbounds. He's had a problem with drops this year.
Lifton says in fringe field goal range on 3rd down. Green takes off, doesn't get the first down. Tackled 1.5 yards short by Eason. So another 4th down decision here for Pittman.
Yeah, that was not a quarterback draw. That was a linebacker blitz that was picked up late by Jackson, and it was picked up, so it gave him a chance to avoid the pressure and then just get upfield as quickly as he can to get positive yards.
Almost 2 yards that they need to get to the 33. Green up under center. Jackson's the back. They fake it to him. Green rolling, backpedaling. Has to escape and try to create on the run. Throw right at the marker. And stretching for the first down is Marquise Gums, the tight end. They're getting a lot of counseling on where the spot would be and where they put the football. It is not enough for a first down. Strong effort by the Tennessee coaching staff to influence the spot. I thought he got it. Did the knee go down?
Yeah, the knee was down, I think, when he caught it. That's going to be the question. But he missed him open initially. He was wide open in the flat. Let's take a peek to see if his knee was, in fact, down, because it looks like where they marked the football. Right knee down. Good call. He is short of the first down. But Green, when he sees this, is going to kick himself. That's Tennessee football.
He's had a couple of throws, Kirk, that are low, inaccurate. They could have produced big plays. The touchdown before, the first down there, and the Vols defense makes the stop.
Well, what drives you crazy here is he goes out into the flat now. Ball's there. He had him open. You can't see it from that perspective, but if he would have been ready to throw, and that's his intended target, he had him open in the flat, and because he didn't, I don't know if he didn't see him or he was late.
Gums, the tight end, is somewhat down on the depth chart, stepping up because they're banged up at that position. Not a terribly natural receiver. And so in the final minute of the first quarter, Iamaleava and the Volunteers get the ball back for the second possession. Pittman had a look there. We've really controlled things in the first quarter. An opportunity to build momentum slips away there.
And with this offense of Tennessee's, I mean, in a blink of an eye, they can catch fire at any moment. And Sam Pittman knows it missed an opportunity, a couple opportunities to put points on the board.
We certainly saw that in Norman. Sampson. You can play good defense against these guys, and then one little mental lapse, one DB not paying attention, and boom.
That's how it works. You know, we've been seeing that for a number of years with Josh Heupel offenses. Arkansas now 22 plays in his first quarter, and Tennessee 4.
Just 8 yards on those 4 plays. Iamaleava, long throw to the sidelines. And the catch is made by Squirrel White, and he's got first down yardage out near midfield.
Pretty clear that Arkansas, the two things they're trying to do is hold up against the run and drop out in coverage. Don't give up those big shots downfield. Give up anything underneath, but nothing downfield.
Clock winding down. They just get it off before the end of the first quarter, and it's a first down run ahead, trailing for the first time this season after the first scoreless quarter of football they played in 2024 so far.
Hard to score when you're not out on the field. 6 plays. I mean, they're good. They're not that good. You got to get out there, get a little rhythm going.
You know, they've got the ball at the Arkansas 49 to begin this quarter. 2nd and 6. Pitch to the edge. Blockers in front for Squirrel White. He kind of worms his way near the marker in the far sideline. They're going to spot him about a yard short.
And we're kind of still waiting for that turbo offense, right? Look how they stretch you all the way to the sideline. If you don't adjust with 2 DBs, he just comes off the run, flips it out there, RPO, just trying to get positive yards.
3rd down handoff, bursting to the middle. Sampson first down, and he spins down near the 35.
Now they're going to go fast. Now you're going to see Tennessee's offense. Now they really want to try to get Arkansas, who's been aggressive, now on their heels. They better get their call and lined up. Here comes Tennessee.
Hogs not lined up at the snap, but they get after Iamaleava, and they knock him down for the 2nd time tonight. Nobody open downfield, and Eric Gregory, his 2nd sack already this evening.
Very interesting that even though they were a little bit frazzled because of that tempo, they still brought blitz. They still brought pressure there. Instead of saying, hey, let's be vanilla, let's sit back, they bring a linebacker up the middle, so Travis Williams kind of dialing it up, and the big fella, Gregory, gets free.
Well, what confusion? We'll just get after the quarterback here, right?
Go.
Like Gregory, he's an interior defensive lineman.
4-year starter.
Not a sack machine, but he's got 2 already. Backed up 2nd and 15. Handoff inside. And Sampson powers back near the original line of scrimmage, but is going to set up 3rd down and long.
The big thing that kind of makes this offense go, because they stretch you sideline to sideline, is they're going to make you commit numbers to that line of scrimmage, providing the offensive line is blowing people off the ball. These guys right now from Arkansas, they're doing a heck of a job of getting off some blocks in this run game. Again, we haven't seen a ton of plays, but they're holding their own up there, which is tough to do against the physicality of the Vols' offensive line.
Been a really good defense defending the run with a, quote, light box.
Yeah.
6 men, it's hard to do in college football these days. Here's a 3rd down handoff, and they're all over it. Sampson spun and knocked down. Thought they could catch Arkansas off guard there with a 3rd and 11 run, but Xavier Sori made the play.
And here's an example of just not just getting off blocks, but Tennessee's calling this play on 3rd down to set up a potential on 4th down, but just movement like this, just anything to create confusion. You take your best player, Landon Jackson, you bring him around on an in tackle kind of twist there, just a run stunt, and Arkansas and Travis Williams playing great defense here in early going.
Good visit with Travis Williams yesterday. He was a great player at Auburn. Remember covering him when he was a Auburn Tiger. Came over from UCF, first year as the coordinator. So 6. And another flinch over there.
False start. Offense. Number 55. Half the distance to the goal. Still 1st down.
Fernando Carmona.
You have 3 transfer portal offensive linemen on that Arkansas offensive line. Carmona, who just moved there at the top there, the left tackle with movement. No reason. But again, he's from San Jose State last year, the center at Tennessee, the right tackle, Michigan State.
Now from the 3, Jackson takes the handoff from the end zone. Does he get out? Stretches to avoid the safety and barely does. Arian Carter had him in the grasp, but he had to work hard to avoid the 2 points.
There's that defensive line that we talk about. It's Dominique Bailey who's able to get penetration and push the big right tackle. You see 90 there? That's what allows the linebackers to flow, and Carter to almost make that tackle. Here's the progressive pylon cam. He extends and gets out.
Yeah,
good effort.
Get the ball out. They're going to use replay system. Jordan Craddock is the replay official here to confirm. We just showed you a pretty good look there.
Boy, is Carter having a great year. You know, Peely gets most of the attention.
Just want to get a jog in there. That's what we're doing. Then monitors way down at the right 20.
But Carter, Chris, I think he's improved as much as anybody. We were talking with Tim Banks. We talked about guys that have really taken a step from the beginning of the year to now. He brought up both Joshua Josephs and Aaron Carter. Yeah, I mean, his knee never touched. He did a good job of stretching it out. But man, he 7 closed in a hurry on that. See the forearm? Yeah, the forearm is where they're looking. It still looks like the ball might have been out.
Forearm will put him down.
After video review, the ruling on the field stands. Second down.
At least it was a quick one right there. You can tell the nose was across. They're barely in the field of play.
Yeah, that left forearm was what they were taking a peek at. Ball definitely had gotten out there about the half-yard line. But by the way, it doesn't get any easier.
What do you like, Coach? I'm 2nd and 15, half-yard line here.
Something quick. You're just basically trying not to allow that defensive line to get any kind of penetration.
Which they do extremely well.
Yeah, and it makes you nervous even with Green in a shotgun.
I mean, they had 31 tackles for loss coming in. They were running wild against the Sooners and against NC State.
You see soft cushion, maybe a quick throw.
Looking to throw it to the sideline, just pitches it into the bench. Armstrong was well covered. 3rd down now.
Yeah, he looked for that quick throw, but McCoy, I think, had tight enough coverage that Green thought about it and then ended up just throwing that away. Now you got 3rd down.
Be careful when you try McCoy. He was the National Defensive Back of the year, or of the week, I should say, but based on that game at Oklahoma when he had a pick. Going to throw again. Green checks it down. Jackson makes a catch, and LaQuindon Jackson spins up, and they convert from the half-yard line out across the 30.
Well, they walked Carter up as a blitzer, as a linebacker right here. I thought he might be coming. Instead, he kind of sits in coverage, and he goes to the middle. Nobody goes out into the flat. So that's a bust by Tennessee. Aaron Carter, I just talked about how much he's grown. That time walked up and then sank into the middle of that defense. And this team is as good as anybody converting on 3rd and long. They're 4th in the nation at 3rd and 7+. So you wouldn't think that with this offense. But in fact, that's the kind of year that they've had. I thought Green showed a lot of poise there, deep in his own end zone, and finding the open man for the 1st down. If nothing else, it changes the field position.
LaQuindon Jackson, such a versatile piece. We saw him at Utah, both at quarterback and in running back. You don't think of a converted quarterback taking over this position and being a rugged, physical back. Rashad Dubinion spells him now. Hogs behind the 6 again on 2nd down. And the handoff right side, short gain for Dubinion, the junior from Georgia. Jeremiah Thielander made the stop.
Arkansas goes with that pistol formation with 2 tight ends. Pistol formation meaning a quarterback and a back right behind him. You saw Tennessee with 8 men stacked up on that line of scrimmage. Nowhere to run.
Arkansas with an empty backfield look and 5 receivers on another 3rd and long. Volunteers bring some late pressure. Flag is down. Green on the move. Chucks it into heavy traffic. Sliding and making a catch is Satania. 2 receivers converge right along the sideline there. Caleb Perry was given chase. It's an 11-yard gain. We'll check the marker. I think it's offsides against the Volunteers.
I think they may have lined up offsides. Pierce at the bottom may have lined up.
You pointed out, I mean, you don't expect Arkansas to be
offside.
An efficient
Defense,
3rd and long offense.
27 in the neutral zone at the time of the snap. That penalties decline. Result of play.
And they've done it again here.
Yeah. So I think it's the 4th time that they've had a player cramping there. I think that might be Bailey, Dominic Bailey. But here he is right here. He's lined up. So essentially this is a free play on 3rd down. And there's your biggest concern tonight is when a quarterback, especially on 3rd down, gets away from trouble. How about him locating his receiver and putting it down low, giving him a chance, Tanya, a chance to get down there and make that catch. Fourth time, though, 3rd and 7 plus. They've been able to convert.
3rd and 15 and 3rd and 9 here. Omar Norman Lott, transfer from Arizona State, big 315-pounder, walking slowly to the sidelines. You're thinking, all right, Kirk, you start at the 6. Now you're back at the half-yard line. You think it's going to be serious trouble for the punter. Ball's going to get great field position. Instead, Arkansas is on the move again.
That's exactly right.
Another one of those flops there, perhaps by Norman Lott.
Like I said, I mean, the worst thing that could happen is you don't have to punt the ball from inside your 2-yard line. Instead, they pick up another first down. They're thinking about moving the ball down into Tennessee territory now.
Out of the pistol, Green rolls and throws it away. He does that a lot under pressure, spins and rolls out to his left. You see it over and over again in his Boise State career. Tougher to do against the defensive speed in this conference.
Yeah, it really is. Tennessee used a little twist themselves to free up a couple defenders. He gets outside of the tackle box, and then he's able to throw that football away.
On the blue turf, he made a lot of big plays doing exactly that, but he said, listen, I wanted to play in the SEC. I wanted to be challenged. The speed of the front, the way the DBs close things down at a different tempo. It's a learning process. Second and 10, throw over the middle, and the catch is made again by Satania. Had to reach back and make a grab. Stopped just short of the marker. Actually, no, they're going to spot it as a first down.
Go downfield here and then work over the middle against zone coverage. And Satania, 5'11", had known really for his speed. Here he shows his hands, making that catch, like you said, Chris, behind him, but able to secure it.
5'11", 185 pounds. He lines up inside a lot, and he takes a lot of big shots after making catches. Impressive toughness. Jackson, speaking of toughness, is loose. And Jaquindon Jackson down inside the 30 before Christian Charles got him down. 22 more against all odds. Arkansas is on a march here.
Here they go. And this is, again, another read here. Is a great job of being able to, this time, stay on the ride. This time he stays on the quarterback, so that's an easy give read. The big tackle, Blackstock's able to get up to the backer, and that opened up on that zone read.
Tennessee rotating some fresh bodies, showing that tremendous depth. 12 defensive linemen played in that win at Oklahoma. Again, spinning free. Has a lot of space. Sets up and launches to the end zone. Touchdown! Satania came back and got it. Against all odds indeed. Kirk, 3rd and 15 at the half-yard line. Thinking no chance they're going to reach the end zone on that drive.
And I think Chris, I think the official waves this off. Backs the ball ends up going through his arms. What an effort by the quarterback. Once Green broke contain, he's able to locate Satania coming from the backside. Made a good throw, but unable to hold on.
Excuse me, so just a long incompletion. Very catchable.
Yeah.
Russell gets downhill in a hurry and picks up about 8.
And I can't say enough about the way this offense is attacking. Give Bobby Petrino a ton of credit. There he is, fired up, trying to get the right personnel grouping in. He'll show you a little intensity down there, as we know. But they play action on 1st and 10. Getting power, running zone read, a lot of different looks. Now 191 yards of total offense to Tennessee's 34. But the score is 3-0. They got to finish these drives off with touchdowns.
3rd and short. Russell met in the backfield. Uses all that strength to try to get past Arian Carter. Comes up short. It'll be 4th down.
And the ball's got penetration. Big fella Elijah Simmons allowing Carter to free up. 340 pounds, big number 10.
Offense on the field here. Need a full yard. Couple of tight ends in the game. Jackson in the backfield. Russell also lined up to the left of Green. Looking to throw for it. Now he takes off and powers right near the marker. Thielander got him down. Needed to get to the 19. They're going to spot him short right there.
Wow. Zone read look. Slip the other back out. Looks like he's got a chance to make it. Dives. Boy, it's going to be all about the mark. I think Tennessee stopped him again. They're marking it short of that first down, and looking right there, I think that's the right call. So the Vols defense again steps up.
Turnover on downs after Arkansas had moved it all the way from the shadow of their goalposts. 6:47 at halftime. Tennessee offense goes back out there. Boy, when they're up 2 there, got to run out the clock. Tennessee's 98 team went on to beat Georgia, beat Alabama, win a national championship, but their narrowest escape all season long was against the Razorbacks.
Chris, I really wonder if the quarterback right here looks down and sees an offensive lineman downfield and realizes, I got to try to make a run. I can't throw it. Then he's got an open guy. He can't throw it either because of the legal man downfield.
So 4th down stops at the 34 and the 20-yard line by Tennessee. There's a low throw, and White goes down and grabs it, but he's dead right there.
Again, we've not seen the Vols offense yet in sync. You've got to give some credit here to Arkansas. It's not just about what's wrong with this offense that can catch fire. It's more of the scheme they're facing, and it's proud.
Sean Bishop, who's an electric big playmaker, stopped for a short gain, and very quickly Tennessee offense is facing the 3rd and long.
And you said it, Chris. They're stopping the run with 5. A light box, 5 guys against 6 blockers. They're still able to hold up there. It allows them to keep 2 safeties back and hold up against the shots downfield.
Razorback showing some pressure here on 3rd down. Trying to get lined up in the secondary. Yamaliava under pressure and sacked for a 3rd time. And again, it's an interior defensive lineman. Big Cameron Ball knocked him down. This place is going crazy.
Look how many defenders from Arkansas are walked up here. They're not all going to come, but Tennessee doesn't know that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. Now it's up to you at home. Who's going to come? Who's going to be able to get into the face of this quarterback? It's very tough on the offensive line to communicate and know who's going to come when that ball is snapped. Another great call by Travis Williams.
Ross has been busy already. Boots it. Satania had a chance to grab that touchdown and dropped it in the end zone. A short return, and Arkansas with about 5.
Yeah, it's been great. Great.
So Arkansas, man, they have put together some impressive drives. Stopped on 4th down twice. 2-back look on 1st down. Green scrambling and makes a long throw. It's incomplete. Trying to work his way back is Broden. Holly, what do you have?
Well, this Arkansas sideline is sky high. The defensive line came off the field and were barking out. They love that they're getting after the quarterback for Tennessee. The time of possession is so lopsided right now, 17-7. The defensive line coach, Deke Adams, was yelling at them, I don't care who they are. I don't care what their name is. It's you and the man across from you, and you got to keep beating him. He loves how they're beating one-on-one matchups.
They're playing great, getting off blocks. The scheme, very well prepared. It's been a great first half. Here's the problem. This offense has moved to the 1-yard line of Tennessee's, the 34 and the 20, and they have 3 points.
Pressure comes. Green gets it away. Contested catch right near the marker, and Armstrong's got it at the Tennessee 46.
Great job by this offensive line. Tennessee ends up bringing a blitz. It's one-on-one. Can you come back to the ball? Can you separate? Pretty tight coverage, but good throw. And again, another 1st down. They're in plus territory yet again.
Green, 11 for 16. Has avoided any mistakes so far. Jackson around the right side, just banging off people. First guy doesn't often get him down. 7 more.
Again, we keep talking about this scheme, but it's a little bit of finesse, a little bit of razzle-dazzle, and also a little bit of toughness. Quarterback's in command. They've had a 16-play drive, a 13-play drive, and again, the 3 points as they continue to move the football.
Jackson that time stopped after about a yard. It'll be 3rd and short. Norman Lott made the play along with Jalen Smith. Fresh bodies just came in for Tennessee. They do have impressive depth, and you need that because they've been on the field a whole lot here.
Yep.
Arkansas about to run their 40th play of the half.
Yeah, they're very fortunate to have the depth, especially on that defensive line. Here we go with another 3rd down instead of 3rd and long. We've seen them convert 4 of. Now it's a 3rd and short.
It's been tougher for them to convert on 3rd and short. And not that time. Again, yards after contact. Keenan Peely is a tough customer. Jackson kind of knocked him over and is down on the field. 2 guys that collided when Jackson was a Utah and Peely was a BYU, no doubt.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Big collision there.
2 really physical football players. They're already short-handed at running back. Rodney Hill with an MCL not able to go tonight. They don't need Jackson to go out of this game.
Yeah, here's the AT&T clicker. The blocking angles that Bobby Petrino is giving this offense, helping on the double team, doesn't need much help. So you just go up to that next level, get up to the linebacker, and on 3rd and short, that opens up right into the middle of the teeth of that Tennessee defense. And here's where he came down hard after the big collision with Peely.
I think he's okay. Talking about a guy that's got 9 rushing touchdowns already on the season. Held in check pretty well by the Aggies. Didn't have a run longer than 11 yards. He's already got more yards tonight than he had in that last ball game.
Yeah. See him holding his left side. You wonder if he maybe came down on the football there, going to catch his breath before he goes. Yeah, it's like, whoo, it wasn't that collision. That was a big collision. I think he maybe came down on the ball, so hopefully he'll be back out there. But the depth that they have, they'll bring Russell back out on the field, a 253-pound running back.
He's had a chance to get some carries tonight. Rashad DeBinion stepping in. They've used Tyrell Reed. Again, Rodney Hill, an effective player, but not able to go tonight. Pitch to the edge. Catch made. Again, Armstrong stretches those long arms out. Gets the ball to the 24. Boo Carter made the tackle.
This is the area where they've had the miscues. They dropped the football. They had a false start down all the way at the 1-yard line. Low throw in the red zone. Low throw on 3rd down. Tennessee, to their credit, making plays on 4th down, stopping them twice on 4th down conversions.
Keeper. Long way to go to get around the edge, and he could not do it as James Pierce shows that elite edge rusher speed got him for a loss.
Well, he ends up, I don't know if he's making the read here or here, but both defenders are able to get penetration, because if you're reading this man, there's no one to pitch the football to at that next level. You're hoping that Pierce collapses down as you ride that through, but Pierce just sits there. There's nothing you can do except for a foot race, and you're not going to outrun James Pierce to the corner.
Ball winding out these long drives, couple of 4th down stops by the Volunteers, so it's still 3-0, and now the Hogs very much in fringe field goal range right now. If they don't gain anything, face a 3rd and 6.
You never see stats like that in a 3-0 game. Crazy.
2:23 to 29. Green does not want to take a sack. It's an inaccurate throw, low and outside for Armstrong. And it's 4th down again. Here comes the field goal kicker.
Tennessee ended up blitzing 2 guys, and he missed it. Corner and safety end up blitzing. Nobody picks up Tesla. Wide open and Green. Oh, boy.
It's going to be on the iPad when they show it to him on the sidelines, and he's going to
just missed that.
Stronger reaction than that. Here comes Kyle Ramsey. From 44. Drives it and missed it. Wide left. He struggled, just 4 of 8 coming in, and the Hogs again come up empty after a pretty good looking drive.
Yeah, it had the distance. He hooked it. It's a matter of, was it going to hold on, and clearly does not. So with all this domination, field position, time of possession, total yards, amount of plays, all of that, and they're up 3-0. Tennessee's defense stops them again.
It's like he may have hurt himself on the follow through of that kick. Here's Sam Pittman with the miss. As well as they've played really on both sides of the ball, they've won the battle in the trenches. Hard to do against Tennessee. You just have a feeling that missed opportunities are going to haunt them here in the second half, the way Tennessee can explode. Minute 51 to work with, all 3 timeouts.
And again, it's been a great first half. You're only up 3-0, and Nico, they can score it just like that.
3-man rush. Villalba spots it. He'll slide down. The spy was right there to knock him down after a short gain. Clock moving.
Electing to, instead of pressuring, we've seen a lot of that this time, rushing 3, dropping 8 here right around the 130 mark. Tennessee all 3 of those timeouts.
And they try Sampson, who picks up a couple. Eric Gregory is at a couple of sacks, made the stop. For the moment, no timeout taken.
Going back
now
to
they will spend one.
Holly's report about listening to the coaches down on the sideline and how proud that they are with these defensive linemen, and we've seen that almost every series, the way they're getting off blocks against this run game.
It was Arkansas that's been a timeout on defense. That's how confident they are about trying to get the football back. Check in with Kevin Nagandi. We'll have him and the guys at 1:19 from now. Booker Benelli, no big plays, but nothing longer than 10 yards for Tennessee.
I can't believe Tennessee has 33 yards of total offense. They've never been held under 100 in a Josh Heupel era and a half. There they are with 6 this time up.
It's a 4-man rush. Pitch out, and the catch is made. Brought down right near the marker is Chris Brazel.
Way to stay in there that time by Nico. Good route. Nice job by Brazel coming back to the football. That is a tough thing to do the way this first half has gone. Good job of showing. Oh.
Fumbled snap. Villalba has the poise to pick it up and struggle forward for 2 yards before Stephen Dix knocked him down. But clock running. They're not spending a timeout. They've got 3 of them left here. Right back to work. Long throw to the sidelines, and they left Kitselman, the tight end, wide open. Makes the grab, moves the ball into Arkansas territory. Got 17.
Yeah, they were a man short. Marquise Robinson was trying to wave his arm and hand to try to get some help. He had 2 receivers to cover. He ends up just letting the tight end go. Great job by Nico there, finding him to get the ball out.
So suddenly, Tennessee threatening from the pocket. Quick throw to Kitselman again, and former Crimson Tide tight end knocked out inside the 40. Got 7 more.
Yeah, they showed pressure, dropped, end up bringing just 3. Actually landed Jackson that time. The great pass rusher is actually in coverage. First time we've seen Tennessee have a little bit of an aggressive approach, picking up some first downs. That big 3rd down throw really ignited their opportunity here at the end of this half.
Has time, now running out of it, and on the run, throw is incomplete. Hot pursuit by Dix. Singletary was in coverage against Brazel. 3rd and 3.
Good job by Dix with that pressure, Chris, that you alluded to. He blitzed right up the middle, came free, and chased him out of the pocket. And those defensive backs are on islands. Nobody behind them. They're on islands. They got to hold up against some very talented receivers. And that time they were able to do it.
Crowd helping the defense here, and they didn't get the snap off. Did he get the timeout called? The flag flew, but Heupel spotted what his quarterback did not.
Prior to the play clock expiring, Tennessee called their first timeout of the half.
And you come rolling in here, can't really be stopped, breaking all kinds of records, #1 in points per game, yards per game. But Pittman really felt like this is going to be the stiffest challenge. Oklahoma's defense played some pretty good football against Tennessee, but they haven't had the ball. They haven't been able to sustain drives, and they haven't been able to develop rhythm because of it.
No, and I think you know, sometimes you do a game and you watch some sloppy offense. Other times you do a game, you watch some good defense. Tonight we're seeing some really good defense from Arkansas against a very talented group of receivers and a quarterback. And I can't help but think Arkansas, Sam Pittman's got to be thinking, my gosh, I'm dominating this game. My team's dominating this game. We're only up 3. Tennessee gets the ball to start the second half. We got to hold on here.
Haven't been able to target Broom McCoy, who's their leading receiver coming in, or Dante Thornton has been their big play receiver. Nico hasn't looked their way yet. Hogs showing some pressure here. Back out of it. And hit as he throws. It's incomplete. A flag is down. Landon Jackson knocked down the quarterback, and a flag does come out. Jackson has his helmet off. Was it grabbed by an offensive lineman?
Yeah, the right tackle, Campbell, definitely grabbed onto his face mask. I don't know if that's the call. Yeah, personal foul. Yep.
So it would be 4th down. If they decline it, they could move him back 15 if they accept the penalty here.
Personal foul, face mask, offense, number 53. 15-yard penalty, still 3rd down. Number 40 of the defense may remain in the game.
Max Gilbert's got pretty good range, so rather than give him an opportunity to kick a long field goal, they'll accept the penalty.
Chris, it's 74 right there. It's not 63. That's why Jackson's helmet came off. Good inside move. Forced that hold or face mask there.
We sacked him 3 times. They pressured Iamaleava a lot tonight. Now they got a long way to go to really get back into field goal range on 3rd and 18. Got to pick up about 15 yards here, 15 to 18 to really make it a realistic attempt. 3-man rush gives him a lot of time. Nico scanning and now checks it down. Catch made. Sampson trying to spin free, still going. Finally tackled at the 43. 13 seconds and the clock is running. Heupel now spends a timeout with 8 seconds. And there is Max Gilbert, redshirt freshman from Memphis. Special teams player of the week in the SEC, made 3 field goals in the win against Norman.
See Josh Heupel right away talking with his assistant coaches, getting feedback from everybody. Special teams coach. I mean, his career long is 45. This would be a bomb for him.
It's a breeze pregame that's going left to right. Would be in the face of Gilbert. It's kind of calmed down a little bit. There's no wind evident with the flags on the top of the goalpost at the moment.
But, I mean, you're still looking at a 59-yarder. So I think they'll end up just maybe
offense out there.
Yeah, giving him a chance to put one up in the air. Looks like on the left side, just throw one. He's got a big arm. You can throw it up there and give these tall receivers a chance. He's got big, tall receivers that are 6'5" on that left side.
He's also got a timeout, so you can go underneath here, get the first down, and have something to work with. Iamaleava looking to the left for those 3 receivers where he has a lot of space to the right. He can run for it, but pitches it incomplete on the far side. Flags are out. Brazel was the receiver. Nico had all kinds of grass in front of him there.
I think it's going to come back anyway, even if he took off. Looked like a potential hold again.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. That penalties decline. That is the end of the first half.
When you rush 3 and you can still affect the quarterback, and that's going to be the end of one of the ugliest offenses.
Been able to do that, and again, I think part of that's because Arkansas had the ball so much, and the other part is Travis Williams' defense has been playing great at the line of scrimmage with that defensive line.
Bale's kick into the end zone.
Yeah, let's take a look at our playbook brought to you by Modelo. This has been a big part of the first half. Being able to defend the run with a light box, not committing that safety down. You can play too high safety to defend against that vertical pass game. Then when you get him to 3rd down, show 7, drop 2. They're only bringing 5. confused the offensive line. It kept Nico off balance, this offense off balance. Keep in mind, Arkansas entering tonight dead last in the country when it comes to pressuring the quarterback. Tonight, they have 3 sacks, and they've been in that backfield all night.
Again, as we've said a couple of times, just takes one play to ignite this Tennessee offense. Off the play fake. Ball pitched to Brew McCoy. Wasn't even targeted in the first half. And the well-traveled receiver makes a grab to the 31. Holly?
Well, talking to Josh Heupel of Tennessee, asking how do they get more rhythm on offense, it's compounding mistakes that have added up for them. He said it was a false start, a lineman downfield. Too many little issues that were becoming big problems. He said, we just have to clean up the things that are hurting us the most. He said, I love how our defense has played, though. The battle of time and possession is the offense has to convert, but our defense has done a great job holding them to just 3 points.
Brew McCoy may have to get some help off. Holly, really, that was a very nice little pause. Looking to see what happened. Play goes out of bounds and finishes.
Veteran.
That's a vet move.
So they don't target McCoy. He makes a couple of catches, went down to one knee after that grab, and immediately heads over to be looked at by the athletic trainers. And they got a 3rd and 1 meanwhile. 2 for 6 in the first half. That Arkansas run defense has been stout. They got run over by A&M in the 4th quarter. They held up pretty well and then started to get gashed. Le'Veon Moss really hurt him in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can hold up for 4 quarters tonight.
Stacked up heavy on the right side.
Sampson knocked down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that right side had a couple big tight ends there. Now you'll see actually Tennessee making an adjustment, bringing in some personnel so they can't go as fast as they want. Have to give Arkansas enough time to be able to adjust and bring their personnel in. There's a look at, almost a look at Brew McCoy there. You can see his shoulder pad.
Get an update from Holly momentarily. Tennessee, can they get some first downs going? Can they crank the tempo up? It's a positive first down play to Squirrel White, who was knocked out by Metcalf. Holly?
Well, Brew McCoy came to the sideline holding his right wrist in quite a bit of pain. They're cutting the glove off so they can do more of an exam. They're going to fit him with a new glove and hopefully wrap that after they look at the right hand. But he was in quite a bit of pain as he came to the sideline.
During that report, Squirrel White headed into the tent.
Yeah, it looked like Thornton, Dante Thornton.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nico looping throw, and it's over the head. That time he was trying to find White. And there were 2 Razorbacks trailing him.
A couple of their more promising and more experienced receivers, especially Brew McCoy. Then Thornton, who's really been playing well and coming on, he goes off the field as well. Right there being looked at. So 2 of the better receivers down right now for an offense that honestly is kind of reeling, trying to find that rhythm. Brew's one of the tougher guys on this team. I'm sure he's just saying, tape me up, let me get back out there. See him grimacing there in pain.
But shorthanded, the Vols will try to convert here. The play clock winding down, and we'll have to spend a timeout very early here in the second half. Rhythm is an amazing thing, isn't it? When they're rolling, when they're playing with confidence, when the defense is on its heels and head spinning, it can look unstoppable. They just have never gotten anywhere near that place tonight.
No, and Thornton's going to try to loosen it up. It's a great point. And we have to sometimes remind ourselves that Nico is so talented, and our expectations we're so excited about his career and his future and what he's going to do. And remember, this is
Sixth start. Yeah.
A 6th game in his career. I mean, and he's on the road. He went to Norman. It's a difficult task with the way this game is going. I think he's showing poise, but he's seeing things for the first time, and he's going to adjust and he's going to learn. I think he's growing almost every rep, every series, every chance he's out there. Josh Heupel and he are growing together, so it's not like you just show up and always just dominate. You need some time, and we're seeing that tonight.
Only 2 Arkansas players with a hand in the dirt on this 3rd down. They try to run for it, and breaking free, Dylan Sampson in a foot race. Dragged down inside the 5. Finally, an electric play for this Vols offense. Slaughter saved the touchdown, but 53-yard burst. They're on the doorstep.
Well, what a job up front by this offensive line. That was perfect execution up front.
Now, as Tennessee was preparing to crank the tempo on 1st and goal, a Razorback defender It's Slaughter who chased down the ball carrier, laying down in the end zone.
Here's the AT&T clicker. You get a block here, and block here. But what you want to watch is watch the center able to secure that block right there, 63 Mays, and then a poor angle at the safety spot right here. Right there, he just gets behind that big offensive lineman. It's working up to that next level. Courage, and finally, boy, he's lucky to hold on to that snap. What a cut, that little jump cut there by Dylan Sampson. He's off to the races.
He is so explosive between the tackles. Just needs a little crease there. And came close to his 11th rushing touchdown. There's the progressive pylon cam giving you an up-close look. And the former Volunteer Slaughter, who played 4 years in Knoxville, chased down Sampson. But just like that, Tennessee is at the 4. Holly, it's busy start to the half down there.
Sorry, Brim McCoy is back out there. They have heavily taped his right wrist, and then they put a glove over the hand and taped 2 of his fingers together, but he can go in on this play. Dante Thornton, though, over on the bike, he keeps holding the top of his right knee. He does not look probable at this time.
This Arkansas defense, which has done so well for the first half, now backed up here, just trying to hold on and preserve this lead if they can.
Josh Heupel furious, yelling out at the official because he felt that the Arkansas player, former Vol Danico Slaughter, just went down with a fake injury to give the defense a chance to adjust. See that, unfortunately, all over the sport.
Get a chance to give Sampson a breather. 2 tight end look. They hand it to him right up the middle. Dylan Sampson, touchdown Tennessee. And just like that, the Volunteer offense comes to life, and they have the lead.
Now again, interior of that offensive line, Cooper Mays, Sproggins watch the double team and then climb up to the linebacker by 76. Really good execution. And finally, the Vols, and it's not the passing game. Josh Heupel always quick to remind everybody, hey, I know that Nico's great, the receivers and the big plays come through the air, but it starts with our running game. We've got to establish that. And on that drive, the Vols certainly did that with 2 big plays here for the 6 points.
Max Gilbert, none for the point after. Yeah, 75 yards on that drive. Had just 1 yard more than that in the entire first half. And now Arkansas, which took a lead on a quiet for the moment as the home team has fallen behind 7-3. Josh Tuberville to kick it off. Met his mom in the hotel lobby. She says, I like when you say his name. I get excited to hear kickoff by Tuberville. I said, well, he's kicked off a lot this year. You know, they score a lot. He kicks off a lot. The Sonic drive-in recap, Kirk, all the missed opportunities for this Hogs offense.
Yeah, first half, they look at this, had opportunities, chance to get into the corner of that end zone for a touchdown. Here's a touchdown, we thought, and then it goes right through the hands of his intended receiver, Satania. So this is another one. A bust by Tennessee. They don't see it. Teslaw was open. A missed field goal. Probably left 17 points out on the board. And instead, they're down now after that dominating first half, and now they're down 7-3. See how they respond.
The other way, it looked like the kicker there, Ramsey, may have injured a leg on that miss. And the backup kicker warming up on the sidelines. Jackson, first down carry, met and driven back. It's a loss on the play. An aggressive play right there by Jacoby Thomas, the safety.
And they're playing man-free, meaning the corners are up tight, safety in the middle of the field, and everybody else is up against this run game. Run game did a pretty good job for Bobby Petrino in the first half, and this time guys are off blocks, flying to the football, expecting that run there on that 1st and 10.
Different kind of pressure now on Taylon Green for the first time playing from behind, and this is a revved up offense or defense, and off the edge Pierce came after him, got away from him, and delivers a nice ball. And that's Armstrong coming back to make the catch. Not easy to get around Pierce that way.
Wow, that is a great play. Pierce had 10 sacks a year ago. People have been waiting to see him make plays. He just comes free. How about he backpedals and then gets around him? That's a guy at 6'6". And then he's able to keep his eyes downfield, and instead of a -8, gains just a couple yards. That's a difference in 10 or 11 yards there.
A hezzy and go, wasn't it?
Yeah, right.
But they need 8 on 3rd. Volunteers bring some pressure. Green, look out. He'll be sacked for the first time tonight. They get home. Pierce combining with Arian Carter, the linebacker.
They walk Carter up there. He's able to fight through a block there from Russell. See him getting here. Pierce off that edge. This time they do try to pick him up. He works around Blackstock, and that's going to make Tennessee fans happy to see 27 winning a one-on-one match there on a third down. Comes up with that big sack for this Vols defense. It's amazing how the offense gets a little bit of rhythm, and it sparks the Vols defense to come up with a 3-and-out.
Absolutely. That was a defense that couldn't get off the field in the first half. They made some big stops, but stopped the Hogs cold that time. McCoy backs away. It's a short punt by Bale, and will finally roll dead at the 40. So momentum has turned in Tennessee.
For the first time, he said, "I'm so excited. I grew up watching that movie Greater. It was one of the great inspirations of my life. I can't tell you how many times I've watched that movie." So for him to now be out here on the field, and the Burles kids, 25 kids from underserved populations around the state of Arkansas, they're out here now watching Nico Iamaleava play out here. What a full circle moment.
Every time you have a conversation with Nico, something interesting comes out that you didn't expect.
Right.
Off the play fake, he's flushed and will turn it up and be brought down after about a 4-yard scramble by Sori, who came the long way around to chase him down.
But when he scrambled left, Brew McCoy tried to go downfield, and he was held by Marquise Robinson. Official did not call that. We got a player down.
Slaughter again.
Yep.
A lot of things happen when, well, either quarterback's a great scrambler, but the receivers, the DBs, the linemen have to be disciplined.
Yeah, and again, they just have 5. You got 6 to block. They're trying to defend that run. And when he goes to his left, all the way to the left, you'll see out here that a receiver, Brew McCoy, trying to get away from the corner Robinson. Robinson just got fooled. He just craps onto him, and somehow the officials did not see it.
Slaughter out of the game in the 10th there. 2nd and 6. Iamaleava, the sideline route incomplete. Double coverage that time on Brazel.
Mixing a man with zone, that time sitting back in zone. Play took a long time. He had the underneath receiver if he wanted him, and probably the first down. Instead, he waits to take that shot downfield and brings up a 3rd down.
Landon Jackson trots back on the field to provide some pass rush here on 3rd and 6.
And they've mixed it up. They've shown 6, dropped. They're going to do it again. Walking them up, confuse that offensive line. Who's going to drop? Who's going to come?
Pocket holds up pretty well, and Iamaleava delivers a strike to Chaz Nimrod for 11 yards and a 1st down. His first catch tonight.
Well, they've been showing that look, who's going to drop, who's going to come. This time they all ended up bringing the pressure, all 6. They picked him up, and he got it out.
1 1st down, and they cranked the tempo. Pitch on the edge. Nimrod again shoved out, and a flag on the tackle there. Anthony Switzer knocked him out, and they're going to tack on some yardage here.
Yeah, Switzer looked like he tried to hold himself up, but he continued with the contact. Almost got tied up with him and brought him down, and that's what brought the flag.
After the play, personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Defense, number 25. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. 1st down.
Mankirk, the 53-yard burst by Sampson just absolutely changed this game. He's plowing in a couple plays later. Tennessee comes up with their 1st sack, and now off the penalty, they're inside the Arkansas 30 quickly.
Yeah, look at his hands trying. I didn't mean it. He's trying to hold him up, but he clearly hit him once he was already established out of bounds, and the whistles had blown.
Switzer comes out. Hudson Clark replaces him at safety. Serious test now for this Razorback defense that played so well, just smothered the Vols in the 1st half. Crowd trying to help. You snap it at 4. It's Sampson. Burst forward for about 3. Team that averages almost 6 yards a carry. They use those zone read plays more than any offense in the country.
Yeah, between the zone read, RPO game, play action off once they establish the run.
Pump fake. Lofted downfield, looking for McCoy, and overshot him. Pretty well covered by Marquise Robinson.
Really good coverage there.
There's a flag back at the line of scrimmage in the pit. It's been frustrating. This is an offense that stretches you horizontally, so many completions outside the numbers, but wants to throw those deep shots down the middle.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 22, contact to the face mask. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
A second major penalty on the Razorback defense in the last minute or so, and now Tennessee's really set up.
Brad Spence went airborne and used his left hand to try to get pressure, to just try to block the pass, and instead hits him in the head. And that follow through there into the face mask is what brought the penalty from the referee.
You like that, or is that soft?
I mean, I think as he continued and get his hands into the face is what brought the flag. I think that's probably the right call.
Football move now to the 13. It's a 48-yard drive, and it had been 30 yards in penalties. Sampson's got it. Another three. Still in Sampson. Shows his strength. Gets down to the 3 before Sorey kept him out of the end zone. Picks up about 9.
Well, that's a beautiful play. The counter with Cooper Mays to center gives you an idea of his athletic ability. The big fella pulling around that left side along with the right guard Spraggins.
Arkansas barely lined up, and Sampson bursts and falls into the end zone for a second touchdown tonight. And Tennessee stretches the lead, and momentum wearing orange and white right now.
Yeah, we're all going to remember the long run by Dylan Sampson that you just talked about and how that changed the entire complexion of the football game, where now Arkansas missed some opportunities. You knew it was a matter of time until Tennessee's offense could get on track. We all think it's about he's going to hit a big pass play, but again, it's that offensive line starting to assert itself, led by Cooper Mays, that big center at the front.
So 2 touchdowns. First half of this quarter after being held scoreless in the first half, and the lead is now 11. His former teammate at Boise State, Talon Green, by the way, needing to get going here, Kirk. Bobby Petrino's going to have to, you would think, take a little bit of a risk. The running game has slowed down. They play fake it on first down, pitch it to the edge, and Satania breaks free. And a knife between defenders there. He gets out across the 40. Good start to the drive.
Yeah, picked up a couple great blocks. Andrew Armstrong able to come down and help out. Number 2, Fives out in front as well. Broden, that really sprung him free, and he's got some natural athletic ability when he gets out in space, able to pull down that left sideline for a positive gain here. They need a response here. The stadium's out of the game. It's all Tennessee these last couple drives. They need to move the football here and get themselves back in this game.
Jackson motion out. Handed off on the inside to Russell. And he's knocked down by Peely after a short gain. Yeah, you're absolutely right. All the enthusiasm, all the energy in here is completely gone. If they can't produce something in this drive, it's a big ask for this Arkansas defense all of a sudden.
Yeah, that band you're hearing, that's Tennessee. Tennessee's band's fired up down there in the corner. You know, Arkansas, the reason they're a little sluggish in this atmosphere, 23 plays in Tennessee territory, 7 in the red zone. They got 3 points.
Second down throw. This is for Armstrong that goes down and makes a nice catch. McCoy was in coverage. That was a beautiful throw, and they're set up at the 30. That's
press man. You got to win at the line of scrimmage, and he knows who to find when it's press man. Take a shot at your guy, 6'4", 202, not bad coverage at all there by Jermon McCoy, but just a better throw and a great catch by the Hogs.
It's the throw of the night for Green. That's brought some energy immediately back in the building. Looks to throw it again and pitches again, and Armstrong's free. Armstrong dragged down at the 12, and all of a sudden Arkansas comes to life. got through the tackle of Ricky Gibson there.
Sees the blitz right here. He knows he's got to get the ball out in a hurry. Good job of feeling it, not hurrying it. Throws it perfectly on the money. It allows Armstrong to come back to the ball, and in the process of doing that, makes the corner miss and takes it up to the safety. Back-to-back plays to 6'4", 202-pound fifth-year senior.
Picked up 26 and 17. Now it's a keeper. Green steps through one man, spins, and Will Brooks knocks him down at the 10-yard line.
Boy, when 7 and White is coming your way as a quarterback, you better get down. Remember old Deion Thompson wearing that same jersey, much taller. But boy, that was, we were talking about the '98 team. He's back on that team.
Carter was a running back in high school, played mostly offense, but he's clearly got a nose for contact.
Yeah.
Shifting to this side of the ball.
Yep.
Pitch it on the edge. Jackson cuts back and navigates his way down to the 5. Nice run. Started out wide, cut it back in. Brooks made the tackle, and an injured Tennessee player down, writhing on the ground there. That's Bryson Eason, the senior defensive tackle.
Yeah, a good job of cutting this back, and you're going to see this block right here causes this injury. He just drove, Braun drives him in, and his legs weren't really in a great position. Good, hard, tough running that time by Jackson, testing the backside of the Vols defense.
So Arkansas, 70 yards they moved it in 6 plays. Feels essential to do something different than they did in the first half, to actually cash in this opportunity. Got to get in the end zone here.
Yeah, absolutely. They've had their opportunities. Let's hope that that Eason's going to be okay.
In pain and also in distress. He was just frustrated by what had happened. Actually kind of trying to move one of the athletic training staff out of the way. You can see that he's pretty distraught.
Big part of the interior. They rotate 4 guys. Norman Lott, 55, Simmons, 10, Amori Thomas, one of the vets up there, 21, and of course Eason.
Holly?
Well, Taylon Green engineering a really nice drive right now, the quarterback for Arkansas. I was actually talking to Nico Iamaleava's dad, Big Nick, before the game, and he said Taylon Green and Nico have been training partners in California. They both work out at 3D quarterback with Taylor Kelly, and he said when he was at Boise State, it was an easy flight to come out and work. So these two quarterbacks tonight, they have a lot in common. Both are 6'6", both were other sport athletes, and now they're both training together at 3D QB. And a kind of fun story that Nick Sr. told me, that they have known each other for a long time, and they're both 6'6", a lot of things in common.
The other thing they have in common, Holly, is the fact that they are very elusive for guys that are 6'6". I mean, usually a guy at 6'6", he's going to sit in the pocket. These guys can get out and do a lot of things, especially Taylon Green, of course. We know what he can do and how he creates.
Might surprise you. There are 23 FBS quarterbacks who are 6'6" or taller. These are the only 2 starters among the P4 conferences at that height. And you're right, they're not just statues back there, that's for sure. Athletes who can move around, and also when they get in space can gobble up yards.
It's good to see Eason rather up and being helped off. When I refer to that '98 team, I did say Deion Grant because that's 7, even though he was a safety. I said because that Raynoch Thompson was another name.
Raynoch Thompson, yeah,
he was beautiful too.
Al Wilson led defense.
Oh my gosh, how great was that team? Nobody gave him a chance in Tempe.
But Arkansas had him beat and let him get away, and then fateful play. By the way, we should mention for Clint Sterner fans, he came back and beat Tennessee the year after that. So after being the GOAT in that game and having that haunt him all year long, came back here and had a big game.
An amazing game. You know, even in a championship season, you have those games, you just have to escape, right? Every team has it. You got to somehow get out of there and catch a break, and the Vols did that night and led them all the way to a national title. It's funny, all these years later, you can reminisce and remember things like that.
Year 1 of the BCS.
Well, here's another 3rd down in the red zone for Taylon Green in the Hogs offense.
A couple of tight ends in there. Jackson is the back. He's got the football, and he is going to get the first down. Arkansas getting closer here.
The timing of that was off a bit. You know, you have the tight end coming over to help out, and it looked like Jackson may have ran into him right when he got to football. This isn't very clean, right? Bang, right there he hits the tight end Gums, but he's able to bounce off of his own guy and still get the first down.
Does it count as yards after contact when your own guy hits you?
Right.
Figgles to see the football again. First down carry, and it's a touchdown for Arkansas. What a response by this offense. They march it 75 yards in 8 plays to cut into this lead.
You know, Dominique Bailey did the tough part. He split 2 of the offensive linemen. He's in the backfield, but it gives you an idea again of how physical Jackson is. At 6'2", 233 pounds. He ran right through the big defensive tackle. 90's right there. He has a chance.
Again, it's the elbow that's the issue, not the knee. They ruled that he did break the plane. Matthew Shipley is on now. He's a backup kicker with the apparent injury to Ramsey on that miss in the first half. Shipley, a Texan who came to Hawaii, 4-year starter there. Jackson's got the belt, but let's check with the progressive pylon cam. And the elbow, I think, is going to be the issue again. Where is the elbow when he breaks the plane? It's not the knees. He's up.
Yeah, it's worth taking a look for sure. This is a great look right here.
Ball on the right arm. It's the left elbow right there. Hard to see where the nose of the ball is.
Let's bring Bill in from outskirts here. He's way over here in the corner. See him over here? Billy, what do you got for us? What do you think? That ball break the plane?
This has got to go as a stands because you lose sight of the ball through the defender. So you can't reverse it. It's going to be a stance.
Okay.
Eagle Eye Lamagne there. He's got the photographs of the wildlife behind him just to paint a picture for you there in the rec room.
Over there behind the pole there.
Yeah, that doesn't show where the football was when the elbow went down. But I would agree with Bill. There's nothing clear and obvious that says he didn't break the plane. It was actually the body of defender that obscured it. It was McCoy's leg. He couldn't really see the ball.
After video review, the ruling of a touchdown stands.
You said this Arkansas offense has to respond, Kirk, and they did.
They did. They did. This place now will come alive when their defense gets back out in the field. See if they can start to play the way they did in the first half, where they were flying around and making life tough on Nico. But that's exactly what they needed to get themselves back into believing that they can come back and win this game and get the crowd back into it.
See if it's a factor down the stretch if this is a close game, with Shipley stepping in to kick for the injured Ramsey. As we said, plenty of experience at Hawaii, but perhaps a little rusty. No problem on the extra point.
Here's the AT&T clicker just to give you an idea of what Bailey did, where he splits right through here. Has a chance to be able to make a play right there. I mean, that's the tough part right there. But a good surge by the center and left guard. So once he broke through that arm tackle, he was able to reach for the goal line and get that touchdown. Yeah, like you said, he runs hard. Guy that was recruited as a quarterback. Out at Utah, switches to running back and ends up transferring to Fayetteville. He's got some energy.
Salty, yeah.
He's got some energy right now. He's basically saying, they can't take me. They can't slow me down.
He's had to earn all those 53 yards. Just 3.5 a carry. Did have a 22-yard run earlier. Looks like he's got plenty of juice left for the last 20 minutes of this game. From the 1, Cameron Selden had a little crease, and he's brought down. They were trying to go after that football and knock it loose. Balls go to the 26. Time for the animation. Smokey getting in that time work, getting the DeLorean. And you look at the similarities to this year. Jumping to number 4, 4-0. Now go back in time to that championship 98 team.
The year after Peyton Manning.
Also had a first-year starting quarterback, right?
Yep.
Got to number 4 at 4-0. The defense was dominant. Are there parallels? Are there similarities? 6 years later.
You're saying, heck yeah, it's time. Got to get through tonight.
They did handle both Alabama and Georgia pretty comfortably in that championship year, and both those teams coming up. So now there's energy for this Arkansas defense, but they got to deal with Deshaun Bishop, who's giving Dylan Sampson a break, and then this speedy back shows a lot of power and picks up 13.
What a run. You and I walked out of that stadium in Norman and thought, man, we know about Sampson, but Deshaun Bishop ran hard against that Sooners defense who was hitting people. And he finally gets a chance to come into this game, and he lowers his shoulder and runs through a couple of these Razorback defenders.
Play fake. Iamaleava had plenty of time, now takes off, looking to create with the leg, steps inside of a man. Look out. Talk about the shiftiness at 6'6", made a couple of guys miss, and picks up another first down with a 12-yard gain.
He beat the former Vol there in space. Slaughter, he shook him, broke his ankles, went around him. That was beautiful. Again, I cannot say it enough. 6'6", a volleyball player. I think all those years of playing volleyball, think about how you have to go up and spike that explosion in the hips. Really helps him in the open field.
Explosive, really flexible, fluid, wiry, strong.
Got serious shake there.
Trying to get around the edge. Bishop knocked down. We've shown this before. You can't show this enough. Watch what you're talking about, the athletic ability. Watch him leap and come out of the sky on these spikes.
But, oh my gosh. I'm not on the other side.
How do you defend that?
Let's meet the Fockers on the other side. Are you kidding me?
Again, he was tracking toward Olympic level volleyball. Could have perhaps played in Paris, but he's back on the football field where you take a lot more contact than you do in volleyball. And he'll be dropped again. Larry Worth, a 3-yard loss. Stephen Dix really provided pressure quickly there.
Well, that time Bishop misses his man in pass pro, and that's why they're able to get in there with Stephen Dix. Good job of pressuring, and how about Travis Williams bringing the pressure right here. 18's got to pick that up right there. Instead, Dix gets around him and eventually able to bring down Nico.
Sacks had not been a strength for Arkansas this season. Only 10 coming in. That's number 4 tonight on an elusive quarterback. 3rd and 9 now. Noyes is back. 4-man rush. Iamaleava still has to run for his life, and he's not going to get there. Brought down by Cameron Ball after a short gain. 4th down now for Heupel at the 45.
You have to mix it up all the way around. Effective communication on a big 3rd down play and flush him out of the pocket. And when you're playing zone, not man-to-man, you don't have that next level with your back to the football. You got your eyes on the quarterback. Great job of getting Tennessee off the field there on 3rd down.
Jackson Ross, the Aussie, can boom him. You can also show great touch and knock it dead. That's not one of his best. That lands at the goal line and bounces into the end zone. Not what they were looking for.
That run, another championship. All right, let's see what happens here. Remember last time they came out, some big plays by Taylor Green.
75-yard touchdown drive. Right back to work across the middle, and that's Armstrong. There was a big part of that drive, got him going in that possession, picks up 7 on 1st down.
That's 8 receptions on the night, gets him over 100 yards. This second half, they've really started to go to number 2. He's winning, he's getting separation. Again, he's a big receiver. You worry about him going over top of corners, but right now he's showing speed.
His crossing routes have been effective.
Yeah, the crossing routes, downfield, yards after catch.
Hand it off to Jackson, and that's on nothing doing. He'll be stacked up for a short loss. Clogged middle. And an important 3rd down play coming up. Final minute of the 3rd quarter. Jalen Smith made the play for the Vols that time.
Again, Arkansas continues to go fast on 3rd down. Not as fast as they have been. They wanted to, but it just appears there's some confusion there. Trying to get look at them trying to get the formation lined up. So that slowed them down, gave Tennessee plenty of time to get set up here on this 3rd down.
And you're going to try to run Jackson forward right into the clogged middle. Keenan Peely says, And it's a whistle now. Volunteers thought they came up with a football. It's ruled that he was down. So it's 4th down.
And the reason Keenan Peely makes the play is that big, strong, deep defensive line just stalemates Arkansas's offensive line and freed him up.
Kyle Olson trying to make an announcement, did not hear the microphone. That is the end of the 3rd. Worth pointing out, Kirk, there's a huge difference in performance in close games by these two teams in recent years. Tennessee has not lost a game decided by one possession. They're 5-0. Only team in FBS that hasn't lost a game by a one possession margin in the last 2+ seasons. Arkansas has really struggled in close games. They played a lot of them, but they are just 3-11. You know, they're going to get a flag here. The punter got roughed. Bale hit the deck. He's all fired up, running down the field, whacking his helmet. And Tennessee has given him a gift. I mean, you've never seen a punter more fired up being knocked down.
And he annihilated the punt.
Jordan Ross is going to be flagged. Let's judge the acting skills here.
Running into the kicker. Defense.
Doesn't matter.
Number 29.
Yeah, it's a 5-yard variety, but that's enough.
Results in the first down.
I mean,
To move the sticks.
for the effort, I thought he might get roughing. I mean, it was.
Take a look here.
He gets his hand up high by the helmet, but he just goes down.
Oh, he did get whacked in the helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, the agony.
The reaction is priceless. Yeah, he hit him. Contact there.
He got up and he charged down the field. Where's the flag? Where's the flag?
Watch him here.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Keep the drive going.
He did his
The best part was he went sprinting down the field after that. So, Arkansas has new life. They have the football at their 33. Tell you what, every possession counts. I mean, you knew that special teams in some way was going to figure into this thing. It always seems to. Thought Pittman might call a fake. He called 2 of them in the last game. One worked and one didn't. But they benefit from the penalty. And now Green has his pass rejected. That was dangerous. Pierce got a hand on it and then couldn't quite locate the football.
It's the second time we've seen him come clean off the edge. I mean, you got to keep somebody, even though you're going on a naked, you're hoping he collapses down and kind of bites on the play fake, but he's not. And second time that we've seen him in his half, right into the face of Green.
They do a lot of those slow developing bootlegs and rollouts. No time to be slow, and Pierce is there. Now a knife down the field, taking a huge shot is Broden. Will Brooks delivers the shot, but the catch is made in Tennessee territory for 22.
Watch this. Does the corner get his hands on the receiver? Does he reroute him? Does he slow him down? Nope. Inside release, ball pushes him back to the sideline. You better get that ball thrown quickly, and he does.
And now launching down the other sideline. Low big throw, catch made. There are flags down. Armstrong made the catch. They hit Green and after the play.
They hit him low. Norman Lott, right as he threw the football, submarine Green. He somehow has enough to get on this. What a throw. But he got hit hard.
There's a lot going on. The second they played fast, a 28-yard gain, but all of a sudden, everybody here holding their breath as their quarterback is slow to get up. They're looking at that left leg.
Yeah, 55 right in the middle. Watch him submarine him right
The
there.
result of the play
Tough.
was a completed catch. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 55, for a low
Look
hit
at
to the
that throw.
quarterback. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Cannot explain to you how impressive that is by Taylor Green to make that throw with the big man who's their best pass rusher in the interior, Norman Lott, hitting him. Good to see him get up.
And Armstrong in another impressive catch. He's had a couple of those over-the-shoulder grabs. 9 catches, now 130 yards for the top receiver, and it's good to see.
Oh, he's up,
Green
ready to
appears
go.
to be okay.
You can see everybody coming over to give him love. Landon Jackson, one of the first ones, but that location, outside shoulder, considering, but he's about to get hit right as he threw that football.
In comes Malachi Singleton. He's a redshirt freshman from Georgia.
This is what I wanted to show you. Look at this throw. I mean, pretty good coverage by McCoy.
Left arm kind of locked up there.
McCoy's got to be asking, what's a guy got to do? I've been step for step with these guys, and they've been hitting some passes on me.
So what if you're Singleton here? You'd figure they'd turn and hand the football off, but to come in stone cold, Arkansas fans hoping it's just a couple of plays. He's got Jackson to his right. First and goal to try to retake the lead here early in the final period. High snap, handed off. Jackson stumbled, falls forward to the 5.
Wow, you've been standing on the sideline the entire game, and he fires one almost over your head, and he's able to secure this up high right. Good job of catching it and somehow handing it off.
I'll tell you, I said, hey, Addison, it's easy on the fastballs here. Hand off inside again, flags down, and it's a point in Tennessee's way.
Tennessee had 12 men on the field.
It's one way to play red zone defense. All of a sudden, it's Arkansas. And it looks like Green's going to come back in tremendous rhythm. The confidence flowing again for this offense that hadn't reached the end zone until this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's 12 men.
Offside. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Remains second down.
Green still on the sideline, kind of flexing his legs.
For now, it's Singleton that just get the snap, and you'd figure hand the football off. He's a 225-pounder, powerfully built 6'1" guy. He can definitely tote the rock between the tackles.
I mean, the obvious thing with the way they're blocking and the way Jackson's running, you would think you just give it to the big man and let him overpower. They're going under center. Big fullback in front, old school eye.
Jackson behind Maddox Lassiter, but they got stood up. Nothing doing there. Keenan Peely filling again. Another one of those former Ute versus former BYU Cougar collisions.
Yeah, he's able to fill at the second level because of what they're able to do up front with the defensive line. What a get off there by Amari Thomas. He jumps that snap count. Is able to squeeze through there. We've seen the Vols do that a few times. With Bailey's done it, Eason, Thomas, Pierce playing well off the edge. Defensive line again from the Vols playing great.
3rd and goal. And looked to be an awkward exchange there. Dropped for a loss. Turrentine got in there, and now it's 4th down with the loss back at the 5. They send out the field goal team.
You're going to go slow motion to see this. This ball is on the ground. I mean, it's another high snap to the right. Watch this ball. He's lucky again. Bounce. Here come the Vols. Somehow he gets that before the Vols get in there. Turrentine almost got that football.
So backup quarterback in there. Now the backup kicker, Matthew Shipley, in there for a chip shot of 23. To cut the lead to 1. No problem. So it looks like Green's going to be able to return, but Pittman's offense held out of the end zone. Still a 10
touchdown. They've been in the plus territory a lot tonight, and have only been able to come away with 13 points.
That's the second drive, Crick, that got down to the 2-yard line in which they did not score. All-State he did.
I feel bad for the guy. I mean, it looked like he had no shot. I've underestimated him. I'll be honest.
You looked at those vans, Jeff Spicoli look, and you thought, no shot.
No shot.
Meanwhile, Tennessee feeding Sampson here. Picks up 5 as the Vols try to rediscover the offensive rhythm. Holly, what have you learned about Taylor Green's situation?
Well, they briefly looked at him in the injury tent. He came out, he had his helmet on, and appeared as if he could run into the game.
Squirrel White makes the catch. Holly, go ahead.
On that last touchdown opportunity, but they didn't put him in. He was standing there with his helmet on and everything, but the botched snap caused him to not come in. Maybe they'll look back and regret that. He's been riding the bike. It looks like his left knee, but he can return.
It's good news. Nichols made those snaps. Maybe Jesus stepped into a 6'6" guy and not a 6'1" guy, because they were definitely up too high.
Yeah, a couple of them high right.
Singleton to handle.
Yeah, he was like that last one. We showed it hit the ground. He's lucky to get his hands on it before the Vols recovered it. Nico trying to crank up this tempo right now. Combination of RPO, either reading it and giving it, or throwing it out wide, stretching him out.
Going to throw on 2nd down, took a peek downfield, and now delivers a sideline route incomplete. It was off of the hands of Brazel.
Showed
3rd
man,
and 7 here.
Yeah, showed man at the pre-snap, gave him that look, dropped out of it, sat back more in zone. An Arkansas defender right in his throwing lane. That's why he forced him to throw it out wide. where his receiver just didn't have much of a chance at all.
Iamaleava, who still hasn't reached the 100-yard passing mark yet, needs 7 here, and it's plenty noisy. Here comes pressure. Iamaleava launching downfield, one-on-one battle, and it's over the head of Squirrel White. Giving chase was Danico Slaughter, the ex-Vol, and Arkansas's defense gets a stop.
They sure did. They brought the fire that time, brought 6. But give Tennessee's offensive line, they went max protection. You got a tight end and a back here to help out. You see all 6 are coming, 4 down low, the 2 linebackers, you got one-on-one. Someone's got to win. Tries to get it to Squirrel White. Pretty good coverage, but he throws it well beyond him.
So Ross got to produce one of those booming punts, and they misfire. False start before the punt was snapped.
False start. Kicking team, number 0. 5-yard penalty.
It's just the 11th penalty. Miraculously, we've only had 11 combined penalties and no turnovers tonight. Pretty clean football game.
I just knocked on wood for the offenses.
We got a ways to go, but I think if you'd said Arkansas has been a very poor turnover team, that we'd be here in the 4th quarter and have no takeaways yet, I'd be surprised.
I'm with you. Place has definitely come alive after these scores by Arkansas.
And Ross boots it. Satania doesn't have to make a fair catch as the ball sails out of bounds.
I'm staring at that sideline. Let's see what 10's thinking. He's walking out there. See him right there at the 30. 27, 26. Here he goes.
Writhing on the ground. You just thought the worst. This did not look good. Oh, right there in the left leg.
Of course, the most famous hit like that was to Tom Brady, and it immediately became a rule that anytime any defensive lineman go low on a quarterback, even not as bad as that, it's a quick flag. I'm just glad to see, we're all glad to see him get up, and especially back out on the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down, and flags before the snap. This one, I said it had been cleanly played.
Yeah.
A few penalties.
There's
a flurry.
Yep.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down. Not all 11 players got set for a second prior to the snap.
Been a lot of offensive line penalties for Pittman's team, and that's the area that he holds nearest and dearest. Again, it has been a pretty clean night, but a play like that, just immediately you're behind the sticks, 1st and 15. Every possession at this point is crucial. It's a small margin, 1 or 2 plays, 1 or 2 mistakes that decides so many games like this in the conference. It's Jackson motioning out. Plenty of time. Green on the move, moving gingerly. Didn't appear to be rolling out at full speed at all, and fires it into the bench.
I was just going to say, I wonder if he's going to lose it. Now he's limping. They're going to have to get him off the field again. I mean, his big part of his game is if things are taken away downfield, now you got to deal with him. We've seen it all night tonight, and look at that. I mean, that's playing on one leg. God bless him for trying. He's going to come off the field. He can't continue on.
David Hobbs changed him that time, and so they go back to Malachi Singleton, who inherits a 2nd and 15. And Singleton not going to escape. They drop him for a small sack, about 1.5 yards, and that's Hobbs again who made the play.
And again, not a clean snap. You know, where we got a guy down, but he just didn't handle the snap. Once the snap's bobbled, it's really hard to get your eyes downfield. He had an open receiver, Tesla, right over the middle of the field.
The basic things becoming difficult as they change quarterbacks.
So, I mean, not only does he get a little bit away from now you see 4 in the background. He's wide open, right where the linebackers are. That's a 1st down if he's able to locate him. But
Christian Harrison was the star position for this Vols defense, is the man being attended to. Let's get a quick update from Kevin Negandhi.
Chris, time now for our Dr. Pepper Fansville studio update. And Diego Pavia and Vanderbilt making history shocking #1 Alabama 40-35 for the program's first ever win over a top 5 team. And the goalposts, they came down, and they made their way through downtown Nashville as the celebration continued, I'm sure, crashing a bunch of parties. Back to you, Chris and Kirk.
Kevin, I know you're keeping track. It looks like Michigan, they're down 10 with about a minute to go. So upsets Vandy over Bama. As you just saw, Michigan's going down. They're number 10 to Washington. Think about this first half of the season. Ole Miss at number 6, loses to Kentucky. Notre Dame was 5. Lost to Northern Illinois. Florida State 10, loses to Georgia Tech. Kansas State, they lost. Utah lost. There's been a ton of upsets, and 2 today. And now we got the Vols, number 4, on the ropes here in Fayetteville.
Tennessee trying to dodge one again, and Missouri and Alabama each suffering their first loss of the season today in the SEC. The Vols trying not to join that list. So again, it's Singleton on 3rd and 16. Another snap that's not easily fielded. Another flag before the snap. So all of a sudden, different cadence, different quarterback. And the easiest things are proving to be challenging. It's going to be 3rd and 21 now.
False start. Offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
It's Satania, receiver.
You know, it's a tough ask for a guy that's been on the sideline to come in and especially play the way Green's so instrumental in what they do. But that's another snap. But you might want to move a little, like a half a step to his right, to be able to secure these snaps to keep going high right on him.
So Green, by the way, back inside that medical tent.
Tennessee brought a lot of pressure in the previous snap. Now they drop back and play zone.
Singleton checks it down. Catch made over there, and DeBinion out of the backfield. Did a good job. Got some of the yardage back. Picked up 18, but those 2 5-yard penalties really doomed the drive. And here comes the punt team.
Picking up some positive yards there definitely helps. With still 10 minutes to go, you start thinking about this game and field position and every aspect of the field mattering. You think about Green out, Singleton's in. You got to rely more and more on Jackson. Is this, if they stay within a possession, Jackson's going to have to try to get them in field goal range if they get the football back.
Ball's no doubt alert here. Devin Bale faked a punt and ran 25 yards in last game. He's also the holder, tried to fake a field goal. That didn't work out so well. That is his first job, and he bombs it down there. Unfortunately, it was a little too deep, and it went 64 yards into the end zone. Tennessee takes over.
Holly Rowe back in Fayetteville, and Arkansas quarterback Taylon Green has just come out of the injury tent. He came down the offensive line to all of the offensive players and said, go finish this. They have taken him back to the locker room with that left knee injury. It does not look like he'll return.
Thank you, Holly. That's tough news. He tried to come back in the game, just had no explosiveness on that rollout. So it's going to have to be Malachi Singleton, the backup, to engineer what Hogs fans hope will be a comeback, and Tennessee's drive off to a poor start. Another flinch on that left side of the offensive line.
And tight end Kitzelman with a jump there. Just saw Arkansas have a similar thing happen to them, get them behind the sticks.
Heupel's pointing the other way. They're having a conference now.
Not real sure what to talk about with Arkansas.
Seeing number 40 across from you will cause a flinch.
Yeah, Heupel's like, hey, look, 40's across from him. What do you expect?
Illegal snap.
Oh, the ball moved.
Offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So Tennessee would love to add some points, stretch this lead. At the very least, they want to work some clock here with this defensive rest.
Just to put a bow on that, when the head coach is yelling because the center moved the ball, that means somebody on that defensive line, they're accusing of yelling at, move.
Handoff inside. Sampson gets about 3 or 4 yards back. Jackson in on another tackle.
Yeah, that's where it's going to come down to here in these last 9 minutes to go is who's going to win this line of scrimmage. It's been a physical battle up front on both sides. Arkansas has done a good job of rotating bodies, staying fresh, getting off blocks.
Yamaliava has protection, delivers a low throw, was behind Brazel, but he comes back to make the grab for a first down. Picked up 15.
Yep, played zone, sat back, only rushed 4. You did not see any pressure. He had plenty of time thanks to that offensive line taking care of him, and eventually he's able to find the hole in the zone for that first.
And the first down run. Simpson smacked hard. You can hear the pads popping as he paid the price for a 3-yard gain. Ian Jeffrard made the play.
This is where the strength and conditioning program in the offseason that annoys the heck out of a player. You know, those runs that you do in the summer, this is what it really, honestly, all kidding aside, it comes down to mental and physical toughness in a 1-point game in the SEC with 8 minutes to go.
This is where Tennessee has excelled in the last 2+ years. Handoff inside. They test the middle, pick up a few more. It'll set up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, counter play. It's getting behind a big offensive line. Lance Hurd pulling around the left tackle.
Now they try to throw for it, and the catch is made. Squirrel White, who was active early but has been quiet lately, makes the grab, and the clock will move inside 8 minutes to go.
It's a run pass option. They won't be in any hurry now. He saw a soft cushion. That's a run call with a tag where you can get out of that if you see a cushion. For whatever reason, Arkansas in the slot against Squirrel White, they gave him about an 8, 9, 10-yard cushion. So great heads-up play late in the game here by Nico to see that, come off of it on 3rd down. Quick, easy throw with that free access at the line of scrimmage.
The team known for the turbo tempo is now playing very methodically, trying to grind clock, and again, a flinch on that left side is going to put him back behind the sticks. 1st and 15.
False start. Offense, number 53. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, what was I saying about it being such a clean, penalty-free game? You knew as soon as they said that it was going to change.
Of course. I'm telling you, I think there's something to Arkansas their movement. Is it affecting Tennessee?
Number 40's presence certainly affecting that offensive line. It's tough. I mean, this has been a stingy defense. You move yourself back 5 yards every series of downs. Trying to keep this drive going. Try to secure this game or build the lead. Sampson very patiently picks his way behind blocks and gets about 6.
Keep going to that bread and butter counter play. This time they run it to the left. They've been running it to the right. Spraggins and Campbell pulling around. Different variations of that counter play. Sometimes a guard, sometimes a tight end.
Pressure comes. Yamaliava gets the ball out. It's broken up on the far sideline nicely by Robinson. He took a shot to the midsection.
They came with late pressure. Had one too many that time on the right side, and he had to get that ball out in a hurry. Watch that late pressure right there. Tight end picks up one of them, but the linebacker, 22, Brad Spence, gets there. But tight coverage, left hand right on the football by Robinson.
They were sort of cranking the tempo. They did not really use much of the play clock, trying to wear out the Arkansas defense that time. Now slowing things down before this 3rd and 7. Sampson's got it, and he's going to be knocked down short. They just tried to run it right up the middle, and Jackson again on the tackle. So it's 4th down and 3. The Arkansas side of the field up by 1. Percentage play here, Coach. You'd punt it and play defense, wouldn't you?
Well, if you have confidence in your offense and your quarterback, you show it. He may let this play clock go down.
Now the analytics has that green go.
Here we go.
Big moment here. Can the Hogs get the football back?
Trying to draw him off. Heupels looks like he's going to stand right next to the official. Call a timeout.
Arkansas's got to be too disciplined for this, don't they? Play clock at 5.
Yeah, he's right by him.
Nobody's biting. Nobody's biting.
They're just going to take the delay of game, save the timeout.
I'll tell you, that was an interesting decision. If they had run a play,
Well,
it needed all of 3 yards.
But with Taylor Green out of the game, I think you go back to your point about play it safe and just punt it. And
sure,
they're going to have a hard time getting a first down without Taylor Green.
Well, they'd have to get perhaps 90-plus yards to get the end zone. Just a field goal. But again, a backup kicker is in there for Arkansas. There's a lot of stuff going on here in the final 5:52. As Tennessee tries to squeeze out yet another tight victory. Low snap. Picked up and booted nicely by Ross. Satay just gets away from the ball, but it checks up and bounces backwards. And Arkansas will start inside the 10-yard line. Talked about the eventful day in the SEC, brought to you by AT&T. Defensive dominance, ground game, Ole Miss bounce back. Big win in Columbia. Georgia pulled away to defeat their old rival Auburn, and here is the shocker. That look in the left says it all. Vanderbilt beats Alabama for the first time in 40 years. The goalposts are headed to the Herb Street front yard. It's a huge party in
Let me
Nashville.
tell you something. I told you to break. I said this will be something. Living in Nashville, they'll Vandy fans. You know how many fans in the SEC live in Nashville? Ole Miss, Auburn, Alabama. Everybody laughs at Vandy. They'll have that one for 100 years talking about it. All right, let's get that snap here. Let's see what happens.
Singleton trying to create a memory here if he can lead Arkansas down the field. Hand off to Jackson, pushing and shoving after the play. The last thing either side needs is a personal foul. Jackson will have to leave the game and lost his helmet.
He's frustrated with Tyree West pushing on him when he got up. You know, just a little bit about Singleton. This guy's a 4-star recruit. You know, I mean, he 9th ranked dual threat quarterback. I mean,
North Cobb, really good high school player.
But right now, I mean, again, he's trying to adjust to the speed of the game and be able to see this defense.
Attempted only 11 passes coming in. It was in mop-up time. Thought about throwing. Bounces off a couple men. Makes something of it before Peely gets into the ground. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, if I'm Tennessee right now, I'm mixing up the looks, showing one thing, going to another, really try to confuse him. He doesn't have a ton of reps. And then the biggest thing is when he doesn't see his primary receiver, he's taking off and running. You better have a spy on him. You better not let him take off and pick up a first down.
And 3 receivers. Satania, Taslaw over to the right. Armstrong is set up the left.
Tight coverage.
Dangerous weapon. Empty backfield. Vols not showing pressure here. Play clock at 2. Got to snap it quickly. They just get it off. Singleton trying to make something happen. Scrambles to his right. Scans the field. Delivers on the sidelines. And that is broken up nicely. Arian Carter got his arm around to bat it down. Peely was providing the pressure.
Yeah, we just talked about, you know, this kid's going to escape. So you put Peely in the middle. He's kind of in coverage, but really his eyes are on the quarterback, mirroring him. Where's he going? Got to keep an eye on him. Can't let him run for that first down. So really nice job by the veteran there in the middle of playing some coverage, but mainly having his eyes on that threat of him getting out of there, and there was nowhere for him to go.
So with poor field position, a quick 3 and out. Only positive news for Arkansas. They only spent 118 on that drive. Bale punts it away, gets a good bounce. So pretty good job of flipping the field. Rolls dead all the way at the 20-yard line, about a 56-yard boot. Kevin?
Chris, Kirk's morning started at Berkeley on College game day. They're finally playing a game. Here is number 8 Miami taking a 7-0 lead. Mark Fletcher going in with the power up the gut there. 7-0 Canes. Kirk brought up Michigan losing to Washington. Another Big Ten upset. How about this? Minnesota just beat number 11 USC 24-17. Row the boat. Back to you, Chris and Kirk.
How about it? Add that to the list there, Kevin.
So a mixed bag for the old Pac-12 teams that go to the Big Ten. Washington gets a big dub, but USC knocked off. UCLA got thumped in Happy Valley. Haven't heard of row the boat in a while. It's been a while since I've heard that.
It's been a while. All right, if Arkansas is going to have a chance, their defense is going to have to make a play because this offense isn't going anywhere without Jalen Green.
Haven't had a takeaway yet tonight. Dylan Sampson secures the ball. Conservative approach from Heupel here.
We saw a similar approach in Norman. You know, when you have confidence in your defense, he addressed it with the media. People said, boy, we're so used to you going fast in that second half in Norman. What? He said, hey, listen, I got a young quarterback. Our defense was playing great. We're dominating. I didn't want to lose the game. I wanted to play smart on the road with a young quarterback. It's kind of the same approach right now.
Off the play fake, Iamaleava zips it down the middle. Incomplete. It was a low throw for White. So the clock stops, and now it's 3rd and 9. And White slow to get up. Marquarius Malik White, and his great-grandmother, when he was an infant, gave him the nickname Squirrel. They take the helmet off, and athletic training staff looking at an upper body situation.
I think his head hit the surface. He came across the middle of the field and going for the football. He didn't have really a chance to get his hands down to protect himself, and his head, you can see there, it just hits the ground right away. You can tell. Watch the head. Hands can't really protect himself. Bang, the head hits the ground.
And then he got a hand to the side of the helmet after that. It's good to see him up. Iamaleava will not have him available for this 3rd and 9 play as they go up under the shoulder pad, looking perhaps at his shoulder as well. It's been a frustrating night for the Volunteers passing game. Nico's been sacked 4 times, hit a lot. Haven't really produced an electric play. Kitzelman, remember the tight end, he had that sideline catch. That's the longest play through the air. And 17 yards for an offense that's used to producing explosive plays.
Heupel talking there to Nico coming up with this play. It's a big 3rd down here. And the main reason I say this is not just with 3:35 in a 1-point game. Ball's on their own 21-yard line. If Arkansas is going to have any chance, they cannot afford to start a drive inside their own 20. They need to start their drive around the 30 or the 40-yard line. So this defense has a chance to help their offense and give them a legitimate shot to maybe get into field goal range.
Kitzelman with a tight end in the slot. Brazel and Chaz Nimrod are off to the right. Mike Matthews, the freshman, to the left. Iamaleava pats the ball and delivers incomplete. Delivered a little bit late. Jaden Johnson was tracking across, broke it up, and the Hogs get a stop.
Kitzelman works across the field. He's got tight coverage on him, man-to-man. Watch him work here across. Tight coverage right there, but it's the safety that completely makes this play. He looks like he's going to go back. Instead, watch what he does. Comes downhill. Gets in the way of that play, and I think that Nico really thought he was going to be playing a half field. Really smart, great play by Singletary.
So White go out. Also didn't have Dante Thornton or Brew McCoy in the game on that 3rd down. So the top target's not available. And now another punt. And Satania almost had the ball knocked away as a 43-yard punt. He got 5 back. And what can you do if you're Malachi Singleton? They have better field position.
That's what I was gonna say.
Just a field goal gives them the lead.
Just talked about that big 3rd down and how important it was, because maybe get the ball around the 30 or 40, and that's where they have it. At their own 41-yard line, there's no reason to hurry. There's no reason to panic. You need about 20 to 30 yards, and you got all 3 timeouts. You have a 2-minute timeout. You just got to execute and try to get a 1st down. Try to get some confidence right now established. Run the football behind the big man. But right now we got Russell in the game.
They need about 30 yards. Again, the starting kicker is out injured. Singleton finds a man underneath, and the catch is made by Satania, who weaves into Tennessee territory. That's a promising start.
Nice, easy, quick throw for him that time. Set up that jailbreak screen. Good job after the catch, zigzagging through that Vols defense, and he gets his first down since he's been inserted.
Back to the ground with Braylon Russell, who's got a crease. Big fella. Roman into the secondary, and the freshman knocked down at the 22. 24 yards for the 253-pounder.
Blackstock makes a good block right here. Watch the right tackle with a kick-out block, and with only one linebacker, there's no one left there. Pretty good effort by two that time. Armstrong as well, the receiver. But that opened up in a hurry.
Now Arkansas in no hurry, as you see Green excited. But this offense does have a spark finally with Singleton at quarterback. That first pass got him going to Satania, and the young power back burst for 24. And all of a sudden, at the 2-minute timeout, the Hogs are threatening, trying to take the lead. What will be a milestone big 2 minutes in Fayetteville. Taylor Green asking for quiet for his backup, Malachi Singleton. Tell you what, you got a backup quarterback who's hardly played this year, a true freshman running back. Russell out there made a big play, and they are in field goal range, but it's a backup kicker because the starter got injured earlier on a miss.
Yeah, lose your two best offensive players in the fourth quarter, still have a shot here.
There's Russell. He said he was talented. He was certainly hyped and ready to step up, and he has to tonight, as Jackson's still not in the game. But here goes Russell again, knocking over people. You don't want to get in his way. Ran right over turn time. It's another first down.
Left side, Cremona, the left tackle. What a block. Good job right here, coming down, helping, and then trying to get up on the backer, Peely. Also see the tight end contributing there. Some good blocks at that second level, and then just good, hard, tough running. Like a bull that time running through the ball's defense.
Interesting clock management scenarios here. Arkansas certainly in no hurry. Got all 3 timeouts should they need them. Heupel's got a couple of timeouts, but Arkansas can bleed this down. End off inside. Russell. No, on the outside. Touchdown. Singleton keeps it and scores. Malachi Singleton off the bench has put Arkansas in front from 11 yards. Does leave Tennessee a minute 17.
I'll say this, man. I think they may have let him score. I think that was the plan on that sideline from Tennessee. And if he would have been smart, he takes a slide at the 1-yard line. Now he's a backup. He's a redshirt freshman. I got it. But I'm just saying, just watching it live, I feel like Tennessee said, hey, let's get the ball back to Nico. Let's get him score. We believe in our guy. At least we'll have a chance instead of them working the clock.
Go for Dos brought to you by Dos Equis. We said there were some interesting game management decisions to make. This to make it a 7-point game. Russell's in the game. Motion's out now. And they didn't see the play clock. And another 5-yard penalty.
Prior
Making
to
it
the
more
play clock
challenging.
expiring, Arkansas called their first
They
timeout.
did spend a timeout. Okay.
All right, Chris, let's go back to my point about I think Tennessee. That was my first reaction watching it live. You watch the Tennessee defense, and I'm not blaming them. I think it's a genius move by Heupel. It's the AT&T clicker. He fakes it. Look, by the way, if he handed it to him, he walks in. So that way he would have scored. Now let's watch the quarterback. Watch this guy right here. You tell me they're trying to stop him. There, let's go this way. There you go. Touchdown.
Different coaches approach that differently. Could be a little controversial. Could be second guessed. Of course, hindsight's always 20/20. But
I think it's great. I mean, you hate to say, hey, give up, but you know what? I think you and I agree. I think anybody watching, you're going to get the ball back to your guy in minute 17 with a couple timeouts. Give him a shot.
Yeah, the only feeling is you could try to stop and force a field goal. You'd be burning your timeouts, but you wouldn't need a touchdown to take the lead. Now they will. A little shovel pass inside, and Satania's stopped. So the margin is still 5.
Now touchdown wins it.
Yep. And the Razorbacks went 59 yards in 4 plays. All smiles from Taylor Green. Singleton got that drive started with the short pass. Then he handed it off to Russell, barreled down the field. And eventually the quarterback keeper whether it was conceded or not.
Yeah.
And I think you're right.
Great.
Now it's Nico's show.
Great job by Singleton. You know, he led them to that score, and you know that's a tough thing to do against that defense. Not the last play, but just the way he came in there and did that. That's awesome. Now, how exciting is this with Nico, a minute 17, 2 timeouts on the road. It'll be an interesting chapter potentially in his young career.
What a response from Arkansas. The 2 touchdowns by Tennessee early in the third quarter to go up 14-3, and since then it's 16 points unanswered by the Razorbacks. Tremendous response. They had to reverse momentum. They had to get a defensive stop and finally got things going. It's been a great job by this Arkansas defense since those 2 touchdowns by Tennessee. Can they come up with one more stop to pull off a milestone victory and create a second upset of a top 5 ranked SEC team to an unranked team today? That has never happened in SEC history.
Well, Ball's offense is going to try to stop that from happening. Let's see what happens here. Chris, keep in mind, Squirrel White went down. He did not look good. I'm assuming he will not be back out there. So you got other receivers that are going to have to step up with him down.
You pointed out that Thornton and McCoy were also not in the game, Holly. What's the status of those Vols wide receivers?
Well, Thornton is back in. He's got a sleeve on his right knee. Brew McCoy is also able to return, but he's got a big, heavy cast with padding on his right hand. Chaz Nimrod, number 11, is in for Squirrel White. This wide receiver crew is banged up, but Brazo looks like he's 100%. Look for him, number 17. He's been very reliable.
And remember, Holly, we talked to Josh. He said, I feel good about 6 or 7 guys playing. We're going to see that depth right now, see if they can step up.
Maliaba took a look to his right and now throws it low, and it's incomplete. Under duress there, and it's Nimrod who couldn't come up with it.
Best thing to happen for Tennessee. Drop sack, clock stops, can reset. He was looking to get that ball downfield, but again, Arkansas very smart, dropping their coverage back on Brazel.
Needs 75 yards to stay undefeated. 3-man rush. Ian Maliaba, plenty of time now, just sprints and cuts up and takes a big shot from Danico Slaughter. Former Volunteer knocked him down. It's right near the marker.
Yeah, but he's short. Clock keeps moving. They're saving those timeouts. Nico's got to hurry here. There's got to be some urgency.
Play quick, but don't hurry. On 3rd and 2, looking to throw for plenty of time. Now the pocket collapses. He eludes Jackson and fires way downfield, and the catch is made by Thornton at the 25. What a play!
That's like a Patrick Mahomes type of play as far as running, scrambling all the way to your left, throw it up in the air to your big, tall receiver.
First down.
Got a warning there on the sideline, and he makes the play over 2 defenders.
Does Pittman think about taking a defensive timeout? His guys are gassed.
Far right, Chris. Watch him improvise with the quarterback. He's right there. Watch him work with the quarterback.
From the 25. Again, a 3-man rush. Plenty of time. Throws it downfield. Incomplete. He fired a bullet to Kitzelman, but over his head. 17 seconds left.
Got needed touchdown. Still the 2 timeouts. 17 seconds.
Arkansas defenders just digging really, really deep here. Some of those guys look exhausted out there trying to chase down Nico.
Only rushing 3 here this series, dropping 8. Let's see if they change that up now.
Three receivers stacked to the right. Got to hurry. The play clock at 1, and they hand it off inside and knocked down after about 4 yards. In the timeout taken, Sampson, they tried to spring him and catch him off guard.
Chris, I think the snap just it fell out of Nico's hands. It was not a handoff. That ball looked like it went up into the air, got away from him, and Sampson, it was not a handoff. At first I thought it might have been a direct snap, but no, it just went up into the air off of Nico. And Sampson, look at him. He's looking for a blitz. Instead, out of the peripheral vision, he sees the football, and he somehow holds on to it.
That explains why it wasn't a called run. I thought that was a very interesting call to make. They're down to 1 timeout in 13 seconds from the 21.
Well, we always brag about this young man's poise, right? Boy, is that being tested right now. Look into his eyes, man. I tell you, for a young guy in this kind of environment, he's got ice in his veins. Can someone get vertical, and can he hit a seam here? Tough against the coverage they're playing. They got 3 defensive backs back in the middle, waiting for those seam shots.
First down would stop the clock momentarily. They got to get to the 15. They do have the 1 timeout. No pressure again. Iamaleava down the middle. It's broken up by the former Tennessee Volunteer, Danico Slaughter. Talked to him before the game. He said he is extremely keyed up to face his former mates and made a big play there. 4th and 5, down to this play.
And he's walked out on the slot. Watch him get inside, leverage. Then he works vertically. Head turns around, tries to get his hands on the ball. I think that ball actually got into Nimrod, but it goes in and out of his hands.
Ice in his veins. He needs it now. Needs 6 yards. And Heupel with that play clock, still with 13 seconds on it, wanted to get a look. Spends the final timeout. The clock wound down to 6 seconds.
Oh boy.
They are massing, trying to make this yet another goalpost teardown in the SEC.
What's making this tough is those 3 defenders. It's like a tight cover 3 with a safety in the middle, 2 corners that are sitting back at about 10 to 12 yards. And they're just taking away any of those shots that he normally would like to hit. It's so obvious that those are taken away. I want to see what Josh Heupel can design here to try to disrupt that coverage, because I think they've been playing it the whole way down the field, and you got to believe they're going to continue to sit in it. So they got underneath coverage and the deep defensive backs taking that away.
With only 6 seconds, Kirk, and spending that last timeout, if they don't get it in the end zone, it's going to have to be a fire drill to be lucky to get another playoff. The Hogs trying to create a lifelong memory for the fans here tonight. Iamaleava, this is going to be the last play of the game. Scrambles and is shoved out of bounds. No time left. Arkansas pulls the upset.